whole 7 minutes, so whole
Yeah.
8 minutes of it. It's all good.
Tyrell, you want to grab it?
It was
It
dope for
shows
sure.
the store. It shows
Yeah.
your delivery on your message is super fluid. Super
Wasn't that fucking intro
fluid.
hard?
Yeah, it was fantastic, bro.
The one coming into
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, everything.
That,
So good.
So that song we'll be performing for Campaign Cincinnati.
Oh, sweet.
So me, Monty C, Lone, and Joe, and then Brittany Marie, his girl, are all on that song together. It's a dope performance too, by the way.
Maybe his campaign was the only one asking his position, like what time he's going to go on. So maybe I'll ask him, give him the option, because it was him and Monty C being. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, he hit me up. Campaign did today. So dude's dope. Yeah, for sure.
That was Aaron's
I'm blown away by this. This is great.
videos.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
Trey G, man.
The whole thing, top to
What
bottom.
really got me about Trey G, man?
Everywhere
Yeah.
possible.
This motherfucker was telling me about Big Crit. When he bought up Big Crit, that's I was like, oh, hold on, bro.
This laptop's fired.
So when's the
Appreciate you.
when's the
Doug.
I'm
official
just speaking out loud. I'm just thinking.
when's the official release date? That's what I was trying to figure out.
For this? I mean, so all of March we're gonna go through marketing. So, like, cause it's all like the episodes are done. So we're gonna go through marketing. We're gonna go through the whole contract situation.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Grab that mic right there. We're actually already live.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how we want to release the episodes and stuff. But like, I gotta start doing that shit after the show is over, just to kind of like figure out like how I wanted to like streamline as far as like releasing.
Yeah.
This is gonna release on all platforms, like every single platform that you can think of. But it's just almost like I want to make sure that like they're just like, oh wait, what? It's on Spotify too?
It's yeah.
Like, so I gotta have I gotta have the flyers, I gotta have all this like the extra info done, so that when we like show it on YouTube, it's like cool. People go watch it on YouTube, and like a week later, we'll be like, oh, also it's on Spotify. Go listen to the song now.
Yeah.
Boom, it's on Spotify. Okay, dope. It's on the radio too. You should go check this out on the station. Oh, word. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure that.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody set? We're all good to go.
We
All
are.
right, 5, 4, 3. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. Tuesday, you know what that
Hey,
means.
what up?
Another episode of the Powwow. Got my guy. Actually, we got the whole tribe here.
Yeah,
this
we got
week,
them all.
bro.
We got everybody here,
So
man.
I'm super stoked about it. How you feeling, AI?
Hey, I'm feeling great. It's been a stressful last few days getting some stuff together, but starting to alleviate that stress. We're starting to get to the point of we see the finish line. So
Yeah,
it's-
man.
yeah.
You know these fashion shows that you put on. I love doing them, but it's always like the day of and the week of. There's so much work and so many there's so many moving parts to it, and to make sure that whole engine is running at the same speed is really it's tiresome
Yeah.
for sure. And it's like by the time the event gets here, you're already exhausted. But it's like, all right, man, a couple more hours. That's
Yep,
it.
yep. The behind the scenes work is where it all goes down. But once you get to the event, it'll be super smooth. It'll be like there was
For sure.
no chaos, no.
Man, we got a great squad with
Yeah,
us
man,
too,
yeah.
man, to help out, to make sure that the
We
place
do.
is packed. And
Yes.
we've got great clothing brands from right here in the city that you'll
Mhm.
be able to buy stuff from.
Yep.
So on the other side of the table, we got
Yes,
two
sir.
two of the artists, man. We
Yeah.
got Deuces and Yaman. What's cracking, fellas?
Yo.
Good, boy.
How you
Hey,
feeling,
what's
dude?
up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. So I'm kind of phenomenal right now because I just got a sneak peek at
Yeah.
at what Deuces is working on, bro. That video was absolutely insane, man. And I know the quality that Illico puts out, but to be honest with you, dude, like there was a guy that was in here, and he showed me his teaser that got picked up by Netflix. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, Netflix picked this up, and he's like, yeah, we're everything's in the works for it, and I'm thinking, man, like, what Illico's already doing, just what I can see behind the camera itself before the editing and everything, I'm like, they're gonna kill it, dude. And then I see this video, and you guys make me look like a genius, which I appreciate it, bro, because I'm like Yosemite Sam with the 6-shooters, bro, like. I'm just punching away at the clock. I'm learning every day. I'm YouTube University, but you guys made this video look incredible, bro. And then like the transitions from one scene to another, and then just when you think it's over, and like I've heard the song probably 1,000 times now, man. So to see the video, like how it just like led right into it, bro. That's some genius stuff, man. That's like some F. Gary Gray stuff from back in the day,
Dude,
bro.
the transitions and all the sequences. There's like 3 different vibes through this course of this one almost 8-minute video.
Yeah.
So like the transition from each vibe is seamless. I couldn't even tell when it happened. I was like, oh, we're at the next part. Oh, we're here already. Okay, I didn't even see it coming. Like a mini movie, if you will. It was super solid, man. Thank you for showing us. We're excited for it to come out.
I gotta thank you guys for being a participant for it. I mean, since I met you guys, it was like obvious. I was like, nah, like I have to have them on this show. Like this place, like the native brand itself. I mean, like you guys who hold that stature, like it's such a monumental space here that like I felt like it wouldn't be right to not do it. And you guys just brought a bunch of creativity in my mind to make it happen, man. So you guys are the real MVPs.
Bro, you blew my mind because I didn't know you were working on a song about the store, and you're like, bro, I just want to let you know, like that store inspired me, and it was just like, because I like when you came in, you were like asking questions, and it was like it was ringing a bell because you were like, yo, why are you playing Justin Timberlake right now? Why are you playing this? And it's like you were asking me because like you were trying to figure out like this nostalgia factor that we've got in the store. And then to see that you took all that stuff and just downloaded it in your brain, and then took it and ran with it in your own lane and made a banger out of it at that, bro. Like that song is incredible, man.
Man, I appreciate that. I love that song too.
Yeah,
It's
me
so
too,
good.
bro.
Very proud of that work.
Yeah, it's so good.
You should be, man. I can't wait like until you can actually drop the video and the song can just be out there, bro. Because I think that's gonna put you on the map for sure, man.
Yeah.
And you're up grinding too, man. Like I knew that you're a hard worker, and I knew, every time that we talk, you're like, hey, I'll pop in, and like there's not many people that allocate their days to making sure that relationships still happen. But I knew you were that type of guy. But you were telling us earlier that you're up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to get to work, bro. And that's that hustle mentality, man. It's like any if I've got it between 4 to 5, if I've got a little sliver in there where I can go and I can shake hands with somebody or do a little business, it's like that's what's gonna get you to the next level for sure, man.
Yeah, that's necessary, man. It's necessary to do those type of things to get yourself to the next step. Like the hustle don't ever stop.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? And I don't know, man. I mean, I think I learned this like a long time ago, but like I'm a big fan of Marvel, right? And I just watched that new Marvel movie, Quantumania, with Kang the Conqueror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of Kang, right? But he said a line in there that like stuck with me, like since I left that movie theater. He was like, time is not the problem. He was like, it's us, right? He was like, time is not the enemy. He goes, and at the end of the day, he's basically stating that like, time is never what the issue is. It's you. You know what I mean? Time moves forward, but that doesn't mean it's moving against you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You have all the time in the world to make it happen. You just gotta make it happen.
Right.
And the human body is able to do many things, man. If you allow your mind to adjust, you feel me?
Yeah, your mind over
sure.
matter, man. Like it's a major factor in every movement you make. Like if you can, separate your time in the day and hyper focus on certain things and get things knocked out and then move on to the next, like you can be very productive and have fun doing it because you love what you do.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. You love what you do.
I do.
Yeah, so putting that time in, putting those hours in that you do, it just kind of works itself out because you want to be there. You legitimately, you're doing it. No one's going to do it for you, and you know that. So that you say hustle, but even still, I think it falls into passion. So I think passion ignites the hustle, and
Man,
you know,
and just and the relationship factor, man. Like that's such a huge key to the success that we all want. I think.
You're speaking some truth, man. Grab that mic and get it just a little bit
Yeah.
closer. There you go.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
man. It's. Can you hear me well? Can you hear me
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, man. I mean, like relationships are just the key, man. They just, when you allow relationships to grow accordingly, you never want to rush the relationship, unless the relationship's moving in that phase, where
Sure,
it's like
yeah.
we got to make sure like this is happening so we can keep moving forward. But I mean, if you let a relationship move accordingly, like the fruits of your labor that you receive after that, man, are
Yeah.
expeditious, man. Like you gotta stay keen to that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
You got to be willing to sacrifice your needs for someone else's needs, because it's not always about you. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Absolutely.
And so I think like this project that I'm doing, which is called the Art of series, right? Which you guys obviously Native Brand is the second episode. I think like just going through the whole experience of like me working with you guys and my team working with you guys has allowed me to sacrifice what was necessary for me, and was like giving something back for you guys as a brand that obviously is like needs to be known, and we know it's already known, but it's
Yeah,
like no,
yeah.
we want it to be worldwide still.
We want this to go global.
Like
you
these
know
are
what I mean?
like these
Yeah.
are fans saying this to
Right.
to you, like no, this needs to be global still,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So-
I think the aspect of going to that next level and
Yeah.
people taking you serious, all the work you've put into this point, that's just going to help you get to the next section of work, because the work's never gonna get any easier. It's just gonna change
For
on what
sure.
you're doing. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Like eventually it'll go from us having one printer to having mini print. It's just gonna grow just as it naturally will. But having steps like this is a huge catapult when an artist is taking it serious. Just like we take this serious.
Yeah.
You know, we may have a great time. We may be podcasting. It may seem like we're just doing whatever, but really it's all by design, completely from top to bottom. So
Yeah.
it's all involved. And
Yeah.
you just as passionate and just as driven and about the relationships, because we wouldn't be here without the relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, even the connection between myself and Jay, and myself and Jay and Tyrell, to me and Tyrell, in our little group in the tribe, that relationship has helped grow the brand in general, because that trust is built. And and the trust is built between us and you and us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
understand that we're going to execute. We understand that you're going to execute. And then we have fun doing it. Like, it's just all
Yeah.
together.
It's all seamless, man.
It is. It really is. And like, real recognize real, right? Like,
Real recognize real.
you just know.
Yeah.
You can see how people move real quick, and you can gauge it. And before you know, you're like, I want to work with them. I work with
Yeah.
him, her, whatever. So that's. I mean, you got to gauge. We all have our experiences that lead us to this now. And like,
Well, I'm
we're here.
excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited to drop the project soon, man. I
I'm
mean,
excited. I'm very excited. After
it's-
seeing that,
it's-
man, I had the anticipation is top tier, man. It's
man,
awesome.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
for sure.
It's cool. I mean, this is rough, cause like only like people who are gonna hear like the drop, like when we're gonna drop it, is only gonna be here. I'm not gonna speak it anywhere else, right? Like everywhere else
Yeah.
on other social streams, it's just like coming soon, right?
Coming soon.
But like here,
Yeah, yeah.
like people are gonna know, right? So like this project, the Art of series, I'm assuming will drop in April, right? Like the top of April.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go through it every month for each episode. So each episode is gonna have like their own month. It's gonna be like
It's so cool.
it's gonna be Black History Month, except for the brand that we're talking about.
That's
So
dope, bro.
everything about it, this is just about them. You know what I mean?
And that's incredible too, man, because you're, like you said, it's not just about you, it's about the other people, and that's
Yeah.
gonna elevate you as well. Because just that introduction alone, when you were walking through the alley over by the box park,
Oh, yeah.
the way that you carry yourself and the way that you speak to the camera. You're speaking to 1,000 people. You're not speaking to a Canon's 80D or something, and that really shows, bro. Like you're a host. You know what I mean? Like, you've already got the talent. You've already you already do the stuff at Great American Ballpark, but you're young and you've got this thing, bro. That it's that aura that you and I were talking about this morning, man. There's something about you, bro. That just people gravitate towards people like you, and just keep at it, man. Just keep being humble and hustle hard, bro.
That's love, Jay.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for sure,
that, dog.
man. For sure. And like I said, people are going to see it, bro. The second the second that that video starts, they're already hooked because they believe in what you're talking about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're not just somebody going, "Hey, I'm here in Newport, Kentucky, and you know, we've got some cool stores that you should check out." You know, like it sounded like the Travel Channel, bro. It sounded like an
It
intro
did.
to the Travel Channel.
It did. I really thought I was being like,
And it was one take too.
Yeah.
I was checking to see if there was a clip anywhere, and if there was, shout out to Illico, bro, because I didn't see any
nice.
cuts.
They nice. They real nice.
They're good, bro.
They are.
Yeah.
they are high quality.
High
man.
quality.
High quality. It's all.
Man, I
I'm
appreciate
here
the
for you.
love, y'all.
Yeah,
Right
dude.
back at y'all for sure.
Yeah, bro. And so Yaman, man, you're gonna be on the stage on Friday as well. How you feeling about it?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Yeah,
You know?
you've been coming out with new music like every couple days. You've been
Yeah,
grinding out some new stuff.
just that new, you know what I'm saying, that New Year's resolution, you know?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
That different mindset. I've been wanting to put out a song every Friday, you know what I'm saying? Or at least have a batch, you know what I'm saying, in fours, you know what I'm saying, throughout the year.
I mean, that'd be
So-
awesome, man. By the end of the year, you'll have 52 songs, and 10 of those are definitely going to be ones you can get on an album.
Dude,
you know what I
I
mean?
just treat music
The
like
one
I
you showed me
literally
today.
just treat music like a journal.
Yeah.
Because I've been through a lot of crazy things, a lot of fun experiences, you know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Oh yeah.
And I've really just, I literally just lock it in my head and then I go home. Once I hit the right beat, I grew up off classic soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, those be my favorite beats. I love them beats.
Classic Souls is nice.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't go wrong with that
Hey,
smoothness,
come on, man. You know what I'm
That's that
saying?
smoothness, boy.
Al Green, that Curtis Mayfield, that Isley brother. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's be certain beats like that. When it hits you, it just hits you. And
Right.
then, you just, right off the rip, you just, without even thinking about it, you just start putting stuff down, whether you put it down in your phone or if you write it down on a notepad or whatever.
Right.
You know,
for sure.
so
It's the gift. It's the gift of music, man. And
Yeah.
the inspiration that comes out of it is crazy.
Dude, life without music would be insane. If there was just no music, just nothing.
Man,
if it was no
that-
music, a lot
dude,
of
what
people,
even-
like,
yeah.
the world would be in madness.
they've had music going. I mean, music's been part
Oh,
of
yeah.
life since
Yeah.
people
Since you
could-
can hum.
since you can hum. You
Yeah.
can make hit sticks on
You
a
ever-
table. Like
you ever watch? Do you ever watch the Daft Punk's Discovery
Daft Punk.
videos? You ever watched like that video series of like his first album, like their first album, Daft
No.
Punk?
Mm-mm.
So their first album called Discovery.
They're back, by the way.
They're back.
Yeah, they're coming back, bro. They
No
didn't. He
way.
didn't blow them up.
What?
I was so sad that video almost made me tear up, bro, because of how sad it was.
Wait, which video?
Bro, during COVID, the two robots were out
Yeah.
in the desert, and one walks up to the other, and he they're saying goodbye to each other,
Oh.
and it's like a robot, like, see you later, like, and the guy just looks down, and the other guy flips a little switch on his back of his bag, walks away, and the other guy explodes, like blows up, like it was like one dude was like, I'm giving up on Daft Punk.
oh,
And now
sad.
they're back, bro. Now they're
Now they're-
back already.
Yeah,
Couldn't
the-
stay away.
couldn't stay
Well, the
away.
Discovery thing, though, right? It's just piggybacks off of your music, the music thing that you guys are talking about. Long story short, Daft Punk basically did like this idea where they found it was like these blue people from a different planet in their music videos. I don't know if you've ever seen like their old music videos.
I have,
but
yeah,
they,
yeah.
They have like these blue people that live on this planet, and it's like music oriented. So these people wake up and they literally jam out. Like they just wake up to jam out.
The jam out.
And then like some dude from Earth, like some like billionaire, like rich mad scientist dude comes there and like basically has like his whole army to like kidnap this like famous, like this world famous band, right? And then like integrate them into like integrate them into like familiar faces that we're familiar with, to almost like put in the position of like, what if like our famous musicians were aliens from a different planet
Wow.
Oh,
that
yeah.
have this music that's embedded in them that allows us to live. But like,
Interesting.
but we don't. But the concept of it is we don't appreciate the gift of it as much as we should, compared to these people at this planet. When you look at them, they're like they literally like wake up to play music. Like it's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's
That is really well written, though.
Daft Punk, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Daft
I mean,
Punk.
yeah, Yeah, I mean the I saw the video of the robot explosion, and it was sad. I will say.
Yeah.
So the fact that they are back is, I don't know, that's monument to itself, man. Like, I mean, there's just certain artists that can't be replicated. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
for
yeah,
sure,
So like,
dude.
there's artists that'll come in and take the slots of these certain performers, and we'll move on, whatever. But
Yeah.
certain ones just can't be redone. And
I think you're looking at 2 of them right now.
Hey, look at you.
Hey.
Confidence. I love it,
I
bro.
see it.
But yeah, dude, Daft Punk, man, they I was just gonna send you that video. It's like the original one's like 10 minutes long, but there's a shorter version for sure. But yeah, they like they're when they did the Grammys, when they popped out with Pharrell. What was the other song they had with Pharrell?
Pharrell is the man. Oh my.
The man, bro.
Pharrell
Who's
is
the man?
he's also an alien for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
His skin just doesn't
Which,
break.
which congratulations to him. I don't know if you guys know, he is now the leading designer for Louis Vuitton.
What?
shit.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, bro.
So that means we gotta rock. We you know. what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're
Hey,
rocking
we
Louis
get this
now.
bread over
Yeah,
here.
we're
Hey, look,
rocking-
hey, look,
bro,
we
you know-
rocking Louis now, man.
You know he's gonna put out some fire stuff too, man.
All right,
Shout out to
man.
Louis. Shout out to.
Shout out
Hey,
to
hey,
Louis.
can we pass the sangria when y'all
Word
get
to
a chance?
Tyrell, man. We got Tyrell in the house, man.
Yo, Tyrell.
Yeah, there we go. Slap. We're gonna.
Yeah.
You got the camera straight on him. Oh, check out, yo, peep this. Where is it? There it is. Hey, I got my own little what do you call that? Little plant. Yeah. And then Tyrell, we're gonna have to fix this camera. You look like one of those old guys taking a picture for the first time.
Hey, pull the camera down. You just gotta pull that up.
Hey, what
Yeah, there
where
you
do I
go.
look at
Oh,
on
there
the
you go.
screen?
There you go. Look,
Right.
look, he about to get his stuff right now.
Hold on, he
Hey,
do
look
though.
at him, man. Hey, look, he like, all right.
Hey.
Hey, hold on. When you were holding the camera though, that was legit.
Do that again, Tyrell. Do it again.
You can get a
So, hold
screen.
on,
You
let
can
me
get a
get myself
screenshot
right
on
real
the.
quick.
Nah, you gotta hold it with both hands. You gotta
Both
hold it
hands.
with
Yeah,
both
you
hands.
gotta do it right.
Oh,
Look,
Nice,
let me get
bro.
myself
That's
right.
Screen cap that. Anyone watching? Let's
That
go.
was legit.
That looked so perfect. That literally looked.
Hey, we got the
Nice.
new shot too, man.
Yeah.
So the
I like
event
that
on
new shot.
Friday, bro. This is going to be something cool because we've got music and fashion going together. So you guys are going to be on stage with a clothing brand as well.
Okay. Okay.
It'll be 15 minutes on stage per brand. So the doors open at 6. It goes to about 11. Tickets are $10 to get in. You can contact any one of us to get tickets. But there's going to be booths as well. So you guys will be able to sell any merch or any CDs that you want. The clothing brands there will have some clothing, and it's all local. So campaigns that he's in the middle of doing a whole run of like one-of-a-kind pieces. That guy's really good at doing like super limited jerseys and stuff, man. Like some of the stuff I'm thinking, okay, pump your brakes, dude. Like
Right.
I don't want to work too hard anymore, man. But
Yeah.
these kids are getting good, bro. So it's like I'm gonna have to get better. You know what I mean? I'm to keep up in my game.
Yeah.
Because they're getting creative these days, and they know how to use all the the internet to fall in their favor, bro. Like
Yep.
all the computer stuff. So that's what we were talking about earlier, man. Is like being the 40-year-old. My birthday's tomorrow, bro.
What?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
also
that's the whole- yeah,
is
like, that's
Dublin
why-
is his birthday party.
You feel me?
On
Yeah.
Friday.
man, that's what.
yeah.
Dublin has his birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
nice.
might have to shave the beard, bro, because I'm 42,
Nah,
and
man,
then
you
like
gotta-
the
nah, you can't shave that shit.
beard definitely shows that I'm
Nah, bro, you
42.
gotta
If
keep
if I clean cut this, bro, and then went back to that little blonde haircut, I'd be straight.
No,
Nah, I think
Jay,
you should keep
no,
what you got, bro.
the-
You-
no,
Yeah,
keep
it's the
go-
mad scientist,
And
man.
you
yeah,
gotta
that's
keep
what
it
you got,
going.
bro. You
Yeah.
got that going on right now, bro. You need to keep that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? Actually, seeing the video, it was funny because like it was shot in like 3 different parts, so you can tell that like my beard was just growing, and it's weird looking at it just as like AI's length. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
beginning of the video,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see, bro.
Some
maybe.
people like watching that. It'd be one video where you know what I'm saying, it was growing.
Oh, I'm all
And then
about
it'd be
all
another
about
video.
looking at stuff like that
yeah,
inside.
you feel me? Even whole another video like with the you feel me, the goatee, the beard grown all the
I'm
way out.
going.
They gonna be like,
I'm
"Oh, I
going. I'm
remember
going
them."
Rick Rubin on him, bro. I'm just not gonna comb it or nothing. Just let it
Yeah.
let it come
Dude,
in.
Rick
Funny.
Rubin literally did. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm in the wilderness."
Yeah, bro.
I'm
Like
in
he
it's,
had
it's
me
a-
so
Don't
weak
cut
with
it,
that
bro.
shit.
I'm for real.
I'm
bro. Don't
roughing
cut
it.
Nah,
So
just,
it's-
hey, just trim it. Trim it. You feel me? Just trim
Yeah,
it.
I-
Don't cut it. Just trim it.
yeah, I got to
I'm
trim
telling
the
you.
sides, man. I can't look like Santa Claus. Got to keep the cheeks thin.
Yeah, that's what, you got, trim it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So this is kind of dope though. So it's your birthday tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So happy early birthday.
yeah. Appreciate
Happy
you,
early
bro.
birthday to the mad scientist, y'all, right?
Mhm.
Then we're also having a fashion show, a native brand fashion show with collaborative popular brands in the Cincinnati tri-state area
Yeah, yep.
at Madison Live, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yep.
With
Yeah, yep.
native brand celebrating Jay Banks' birthday.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yes, sir.
I like
It was all on purpose.
I like where this design is going.
Yeah, bro.
I like-
Everything with the birthday the March 3rd was the best day we could secure, and
Yeah.
like give them a couple days to recover from the birthday, and then we'll just gonna restart birthday activities like that point forward, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
Whole weekend's
that's
gonna be a
lit.
party. Yeah.
So what time does the event start?
The doors will open at 6 p.m. The event, music, and everyone can like kind of mingle from 6 to 7, but 7 o'clock and on, we're gonna be vibing.
Okay.
The
that
music
means
will
we
start
get
at
there
7
at 5.
p.m. Everyone will be able to shop and do their local support and getting their brands on, man. It's gonna be fun because like people are gonna be discovering stuff for the very first time, and they're gonna see how good these artists out there working on this stuff that they never even knew existed until that moment. It's gonna be a lot of people are gonna discover some cool stuff, which is
Yeah.
what I'm most excited about. People seeing stuff
Hey,
like this
Tyrell.
exists in my city.
You think you
Like
can put this
that's
in a position
Yeah.
for it to be live to.
oh yeah, you going live? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I want people to, I want my fan base and friends and family and shit to know the time frame, what's going on. You know what I mean? Like who's it for? What's it for? What's popping?
There might be one of the iPhone arm. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be tight. What up? Yeah, man. Nah, I'm excited, bro. Like I'm excited. I mean, let's see. It's not my first time performing at a fashion show, but it is my first time performing at a fashion show with like the brand.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm like super excited about is the fact that I get to be like in motion with the brand, however that's gonna happen, right? And
Yeah.
I'm off Friday, so I can come in there early to make sure that like I'm there for like rehearsal and shit. But
Yeah.
How was your first experience? You know what I'm saying, performing
for a fashion show,
Yeah. How was your
I mean,
experience?
I mean, like it's gonna be different. It's obviously gonna be different. I mean, cause
What you know what I'm saying? What was it like when your first time around?
it was a while ago, man. But it was light. I mean, there were just like random brands there that I wasn't really familiar with. You know, what I mean, it was a festival at the time.
Yeah.
So there were like a bunch of festival brands, but I just performed on a stage. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, like there wasn't anything like there. It was significant because I was performing,
Mm-hmm.
with the brands, but it wasn't like anything like crazy. And then when I talked to Andrew, and he was like, yeah, like I just have a vision of you like walking out with the brand. I'm like, okay, like this is more like a real like fashion performance. Where you're.
Okay.
It's almost like the boxing match where you got your boxing people coming
when they
out,
coming down,
and they walking with the the performers
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
with
yeah.
the boxer and the security guards and shit.
Okay, I
But like
got
the
you.
boxer and the security guards are the fashion people. You know what
For
I mean?
sure.
And I'm the one that's kind of like moving, like weaving through them and stuff to like.
Yeah, you
get
see,
ready for
you
the
see
performance.
exactly where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking about.
yeah.
It's,
So
it's going to be a good time, man. There's going to be there's a lot of good talent that's going to be here. So
Yeah.
it's that's one of those things where you're going to be able to find good music and good clothes, all under one roof, bro. So
Yeah.
and I cannot wait till you drop this video. So it's coming out. Are you allowed to talk about who you're working with the
Yeah.
the show?
on here.
Yeah.
No one else but on
Hey.
here, absolutely. So I'm working with a radio company out here called Cincinnati Public Radio.
Okay.
So the scoop on Cincinnati Public Radio is they're a branch under NPR, National Public Radio, right?
That's awesome.
Now the thing about NPR is that NPR controls all the public radios throughout all of the United States. So you got New York, you got your Brooklyn Public Radio, your LA Public Radio, you know, your Nashville Public Radio, you
Okay.
name it, right?
Yeah.
And NPR runs that, right? They run that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's huge.
that's a huge thing right there, because working with CPR, there's NPR folks in the room that know about this project, and they're like excited to see it.
Oh yeah.
You
Nice.
know? So yeah, being able to work with CPR/NPR, they, you know, they reached out to me after I did this musical. They're like, man, we really just want to see you create something on like a podcast form. And I was like, I don't have enough experience to give out a podcast in the type of action that you guys are trying to have me do, which is like interview creatives.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm still like going through my motion. Like, and doing a podcast, I feel like is totally separate from what I'm trying to do. So for them to allow me to get the freedom to create this project, the Art of series, like full freedom, complete freedom, right? They're like, do what you want. Mature, you know, parental advisory, you know, et cetera. Like
Yeah,
they're like
for
mature,
sure, yeah.
they're like mature content, young content.
Yeah.
They were like, we just want to have your demographic in our world. Because obviously, Cincinnati Public Radio, NPR, besides Tiny Desk is literally the only avenue that they have with our demographic
Right.
on our
Yeah.
range
Yeah.
that will listen to them. Other than that, though, if you're not like a true podcast listener, you're not listening to that shit.
That's so true, man.
Yeah.
Those,
We watched
those
a lot
tiny
of-
desks were
We watched a
fire.
lot of Tiny Desks.
Yeah.
We seen the Mac Miller Tiny Desk.
We watch that all the time.
I
yeah.
seen the Currency Tiny Desk, the Larry June Tiny Desk.
Even-
we watched the Usher
Yeah.
Tiny Desk. We
The-
sat in here and watched. You know
The
what I'm
the
saying?
Justin Bieber one's good too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yup,
Justin
yeah, we
Bieber
watched
one
a
is
lot of the
actually
Tiny Desk.
really nice.
It is really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
He impressed me for sure on that one, because like you never know what to expect when it gets to that level of
Yeah.
like celebrity. Like he's he's bigger than all the Tiny Desks by himself. Like just this
No, he's
where
good.
he sits, and then he
He's
gets on
good.
there and he does it raw. He just puts his you can tell he's putting his heart out there. I'm like, all right, man,
Yeah.
like you're killing it, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because he's big enough to be like, no, Tiny Desk, I'm cool on that. Like,
Mhm.
but he brought his A game to it too. So
He did, yeah.
yeah, it was good.
He knows what he's doing.
He
bro.
knows what he's doing. He knows
Yeah.
right where to hit, the markets
But
to hit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
he
Tiny
knows.
Desk is kind of like that. Tiny Desk is kind of like that. In a sense, Tiny Desk is kind of like the when you the BET. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Big Tigger. The basement.
Oh yeah, the
You know what I'm saying? So
Ooh,
it's
the
like
basement,
it-
boy. You done brought it
yeah,
back,
man. Come on, bro. Hey, you know what's
You done
going
brought
on.
back
Hey,
the
look,
basement
man.
though.
Yeah, man. That's
Crazy.
kind of what Tiny Desk is. You know, it give you that live performance view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know. It's just a dope
is
experience
dope.
for the viewers.
You know what I
Yeah.
always thought would be cool is to do security footage inside a liquor store of a music videos where like basically how we did Matt Waters in the store that one time. So we did a hot wing challenge
Right,
with
yeah,
Matt
yeah, yeah,
Waters.
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Waters is a musician.
Yeah, oh no, I know about
I
Matt
met
Waters.
him.
Yeah, he's
for
fire,
sure. No, he's
bro.
dope. He's dope. He's real dope.
So yeah, shout out to Matt. We're actually printing his some more of his merch, man,
Groovy young
on
fella.
Friday for him. But so we did a hot wing challenge. So we had him on the podcast, and then right as soon as we were done, we hopped up and then went in the white room, and then he performed his new song.
yeah.
But we gave him like the hottest hot wing with the Carolina Reaper on it, which we had the whole team eat. So with the drummer, oh, there you go. You trying to get the whole story in.
I
Yeah,
want to make sure they know who's hearing shit.
yeah,
Shout out to Native Brand. That's
Hey.
Jay Banks and that's Andrew.
yeah.
What
Appreciate
up?
you guys checking in, man.
Yeah,
So the hot wing thing. So we gave them all the hottest hot wing with the Carolina Reaper sauce on it, and then they had to eat it and then perform the new song immediately afterwards.
Okay.
And so we had Chapo in there filming it. I was filming a little bit, and then we had our security footage that was coming down from the ceiling, like having footage for it too. And like I love the way that looked with all the cords everywhere. And it was like, man, if we can just do this in a liquor store, like right in the
Oh.
aisle, or do it like right in the middle of a Kroger and like aisle 7,
I
or like
know
a frozen
I know
food
what angle
section.
you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where you're
Yeah.
just set up and it looks like, you got some Marshall speakers sitting there, and then you're just jamming, right?
That's kind of tight, actually.
For sure, man. I'm always thinking about like trying to, instead of go forward, think about the stuff that we used to like, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
almost thinking like if we can start doing some high 8, and I know Illico likes using the high 8, you know, the handheld cameras.
Dude, Fabio loves using that crap.
Yeah, bro, and that's the
He
thing is
loves that
like
crap,
if
man.
you know if you can get, because you know the older Sony handheld high 8 cameras, you know, you can still get them, and now they've got converters where you can convert it pretty easily to your computer.
Right.
But like that gives you some type of footage and some type of like weird like 80s like footage that you can't get unless you pay a couple $100 for like After Effects or something.
Right. Yeah. The equipment makes all the difference, man. Like that the whole video you showed like is amazing. The quality just of the camera alone just
Yeah.
tells you
That-
you're already on another level.
That shot
It just puts
when-
you this level to start.
that
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
shot when he would like it was going in between you guys and it was zoomed in on him. You can tell that was that red camera, bro. Like
Dude,
there,
that was
there's
great.
such a difference between that red camera and anything else on the market.
I'm
bro.
screenshotting that shot. Dude, that was a
Nah,
great
you
shot.
can't-
That was a great. It was
There was
so
like-
You can screenshot it. You can
I
screenshot
will.
it.
Cool. There was like 7 parts I wanted to screenshot.
Yeah,
too.
dude, I can't. It's so good because all 3 parts are just standalone. They're solid.
Yeah.
and then
yeah,
put them
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It's like wow. And I mean, I'm not like. I'll see a lot. We see a lot of content out there, man. We're on our phones all day long.
Yeah.
And that just. I mean, even though if it wasn't even about anything related to us, I would be like, someone out somewhere that I have nowhere exists
Mhm.
just crushed it and is about to win some kind of award.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it. I'd be like, they're gonna do good things.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be, you know,
Man.
it's crazy.
You
it's,
guys,
it's
you
good.
guys are a part of the experience.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
the quality
Yeah.
of the camera, how you delivered,
Yeah.
transitions, even the lyrical content inside the song
Yeah.
is just and the vibe, like
Yeah.
everything about it is. I mean, I'm speechless.
In the
talking, but
at the beginning, like the storytelling really solidifies the song and what you're trying
Yeah.
to, the point you're trying to get across too, which is
Yeah.
fire, bro, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, when I dive into these experiences with these creators, man, I want to make sure that their story is being told, especially from a different view. You know what I mean? Like, we know that you guys are speaking on it, right? Because it's your story, right? But it's like I want to make sure that people understand it from like I want to make sure that I'm a vessel, you know, for the people that are coming in to listen to this idea that we're creating. You know, like if we're bringing a brand into the forefront. And it's not just the brand speaking on it for themselves, but it's someone else speaking on it for them. How does that sound?
right,
You
no,
know,
yeah.
and that's why me as a host for the project and the creator, director,
Yeah.
the music writer, like I
a
wanted
lot
to
of
make
hats, a lot of hats, man.
I wanted to make sure that they understood the hat to where it was like, oh, like Deuces is able to walk in this shadow or walk into like this room and bring light into the forefront so that people can understand like what we're actually looking at, you know, and be able to see it from a different you know view. So, man, the Art of
great
series is
view.
the art of series is exciting. I'm excited to release it. I'm excited to bring
bet.
it
Yeah.
to the world. I don't think Cincinnati understands like what's about to happen
I
yet.
would be itching to release it. You got to wait till April. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. That like it's super. It's such a good quality that
Yeah.
you're.
I mean, honestly, bro, think about like the lane that you're in right now because you're talking about NPR, and they've got Tiny Desk, and Tiny Desk is huge in the street culture. It's huge on like our side of the fence. Like no one
Yeah.
goes to NPR that's our age for anything other than Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
So they're looking for some more content like you. They're looking for something that can grab the attention of the young crowd, right?
Right.
So they might like, you know, green light this thing to go straight to, you know, and a feature under one of the Tiny Desks. You know what I mean? Like that's something that's like, you know, it's not far fetched at all because a lot of these older companies are trying to figure out how to grab the attention of the young crowd because,
Yeah.
you know, we're not paying attention to the news anymore.
Well, like even think about radio, like
Oh, for sure, bro.
I mean, from when it comes to music to even conversations, right? Like radio was the number one thing back in the day to where you could listen to everything and get all the information that you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you like radio is like fourth, like in everything that you need. You know what I mean? Like you can go on Spotify to listen to all of your music, all of your podcasts, or you can go on Apple Music to listen to all of your music, all of your podcasts. You know, you want to hear news, go on the internet. You know what I mean? All of your news information is on there. And
Yeah.
and not only that, like you're not hearing from one source, you're hearing from multiple sources about this news.
That's why I Google. That's where I go for news.
It kind of
Right.
make
Whether it's real or not.
it kind of make
Right.
things good when it's like that too, because it's like, I mean, me personally, sometimes I feel like it's just good to hear from multiple different sources.
It
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
for
Like,
sure.
You know, you just don't want to hear from one source, because if you just always listen to that one source,
Yeah.
and you just you never know
Man,
what their
that's-
intentions
that's-
is.
And that's like them. That's
and-
like them cats that listen to Fox. Is it Fox News, or is it? What's the one that's really like a big fan of Donald Trump? Is that Fox News?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry to all my Trump fans. I don't know if y'all out there. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's-
It is what it is.
It's all biased, man.
Yeah.
One does one and one does the other, bro.
That's why
Yeah.
it's always good to have like multiple, so
Yeah.
you can hear different spectrums, you can see different perspectives, and it's up to you as a person to like put it all together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and
See,
figure out how
the-
you want to. You know what I'm saying, how you want to land your thought process on it. You know what I'm saying, like.
The dope thing about it, I think, though, about this project is the fact that we're able to start a new lane
Yeah.
to bring back to like basically we're like I feel like I'm helping NPR and CPR,
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
bro.
and it's creating that lane to our
being
demographic.
100%.
our-
Being a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just, I was talking to it, like, I was talking to some important people about this, and they were just like letting me know like the level of innovation that I'm bringing to the companies is so far ahead of what they were expecting that
Yeah.
like it's
Bro, they
almost
get-
it's almost like tough for them to really like grasp like what it is, and that's why I preach to people when it comes to their value and what they're charging. It's like, yo, look, like if you got a valuable idea and it's valuable, like charge what you believe it should be charged. Like
100%, bro.
do not settle for less when it comes to this, because this is like I'll just be like transparent. This is like an opportunity that I've been able to take. I've been able to pick up to where like me trusting my gut
Yeah.
has allowed the opportunity to come into fruition
Yeah.
because of knowing what the value is and realizing like, oh, like I'm able to bring radio into a better position now because of this idea. You know what I mean? I'm able
For
to bring NPR into a better position, which NPR could totally be like, yeah, you know what? We want this to be the next best thing as NPR Tiny Desk, And it's like, bet, let's get it.
I mean, you got to think
Oh,
about
yeah.
what you're bringing to the table, because you're talking about like since CPR, Cincinnati Public Radio, like
Yeah.
most of the stuff that they get are probably interns or college students that are trying to get things off the ground, that are able to
Right.
rent the stuff,
Right.
rent the equipment, and then they gotta give it back. But the quality that you're putting out, like I'm telling you, bro, that the Netflix guy that came in here, like when he showed me his video. Like, it was a teaser, and I wasn't teased at all. Like, there was nothing about me that wanted to even watch the show. And the
Damn.
guy standing in front of me, right? Like,
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
want to be entertained with, like, after meeting somebody. But what you guys are putting out is like complete next level, bro. So like, I applaud you for like locking in CPR right away and getting that lane. Like this is something that I would hold on your sleeve and be like, CPR, this is going to be the top of the food chain for you guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or NPR, this is going to be top of the food chain. So
Set the bar.
yeah,
Set the bar
and don't
real
and
high.
yeah, for sure,
Set the
bro.
bar and make them reach for it, bro.
Set the bar
Because-
real
because
And
high.
next time you drop something, the bar's just gonna be so much higher, and they're gonna just, it's over.
if they
I
don't,
mean,
if they don't pick it up.
Bro,
the best part
straight
about
up.
it is you've got these. They've already got the data. They already know that Tiny Desk can grab the attention of the young crowd,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
they know the potential's there. It's not like they're going into uncharted waters. They just need to double down, and maybe they need to put you on a Tiny Desk. That's what they should do, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need to get you on the Tiny Desk to do a performance,
Man,
right?
I would
and then
love
tie them
that.
together, bro.
Yeah.
right?
Now that would be tight. And the crazy thing is CPR like promotes. So I mean they have to promote the NPR, whatever NPR wants them to promote, right? So they recently did the Tiny Desk competition again, right? And CPR, like the people at CPR were telling me, they're like, "Hey Deuces, are you gonna are you and your band, the Golden Theory, gonna do the NPR Tiny Contest this year? Like they were showing me like the not I guess the openings or the like the entries and stuff, like the date of it. Like I was able to figure it out early, but like we couldn't do it this year because my main band leader, one of my boys, he just had a baby, right?
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like,
Congratulations.
yeah, congratulations, Phil.
Congrats.
Phil Cotter to the baby.
Congrats, Phil.
Yeah. But like they're all about it, like CPR is just all about the world.
They
of
want you. They
NPR.
want you in. They think you can win. I mean,
I know. I think I can win.
exactly.
I
So
know I
there you
can
go.
win.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So that's the thing is, if they recognize it, you recognize it, you're a step away.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is like, you're literally just doing what you love. So like, it just is another day. It's another day, but you're just putting out fire content.
Yeah.
Fire, like, I mean, the message is awesome, like,
Yeah.
top to bottom. And I
The-
think NPR recognizes that. They see, they
Yeah.
real recognize real. They're much the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the room with them, you know that, I mean, they mean business. I mean, Tiny Desk is no small feat. We're talking about Justin Bieber being on there, Mac
Mhm.
Miller, you know what I mean? We're talking
Yeah.
about the tippy top of, artist
Well,
creation and celebrity is doing.
I'm giving
you
them
know.
the best of all worlds, not
Yeah.
the best of both though. Like
All
when
worlds.
you're able to give them their podcast feed, right? Like when they need like that urge for the podcast, they need a new podcast. There you go.
Oh,
You need some like movie documentary stuff. There you go. Like
Yeah.
this is it. You know what I mean? You need new artists and new like people who can multitask and wear multiple hats. Got the team. There you go.
Yeah.
You want new music but in a different world, right? In a different space. There you go. I
Right.
got you. Because that was my whole thing. I was like, I'm not just gonna do a podcast. Like I'm not doing it. Like I'm not just doing a podcast. I love podcasts, but I could not just do a podcast, right?
Sure.
Like just like Native Brand, like this is a podcast, but like what it entails,
Yeah.
totally different,
The
right?
podcast is how we talk about what we do, every day.
Well,
Like, you know what I mean? The
well,
podcast is just the vessel
brand-
itself.
The brand itself is just
Yeah.
monumental. So like for me, it was like, what's the brand of this podcast idea that I want to bring to the table that will feed them what they need? And I'm like, I'm a musician. Music comes first at all times. I was like, so it has to be music oriented.
And they wanna see all different sides of you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They wanna
Oh,
see
oh,
all,
yeah.
all the spectrums.
They want to see all the
Yeah.
layers, man. We're
Yeah.
onions as humans, so like they want
Yeah.
to peel back the layers. They want to see where you
Yep.
come from. I mean, he puts on a lot of hats. He's able to do. I mean, us as entrepreneurs and musicians and artists and anything in between, we all put on a lot of hats. So when we're putting on these different hats to do different stuff, like one day you're like you have to just be the printer and just print the stuff, and the next day you're a creator, and the next day you're cleaning up messes. You know what I mean? You're doing everything. Like that's just
Yeah.
part of the world we're in. And when you do it well and you do it consistent, people will recognize and they will jump on board to your mission. They'll vibe right into your mission statement, whatever that is, and they'll jump on the train with you. That's
Yeah.
and we're like we use the ship reference a lot. Like all ships rise, the seas rise. Everyone gets better as we grow, and that's another thing that NPR recognizes is they want the fresh new artists that help them rise too, to
Yeah.
be in the underground, the subculture. They're trying to get everywhere, and they're putting water down cracks and trying to fill everything.
Yeah.
So they recognize something, or else they wouldn't put that time in.
No. not
Yeah,
at all.
for
Yeah.
sure. They know what they're doing, and that's the beauty of it is they know what they're doing. You know what you're doing. The collaboration with our work, with Yaman, with Tyrell. Everyone's got a piece in this
Yeah.
puzzle, bro, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
And
So-
between the ups and downs, like through everything, man. I mean, this is the reason why we do this. Because
Reason
we
why,
love
yeah.
this.
We love
'Cause
it.
we love
We
it.
love
yeah.
it. You
For
know,
sure.
the whole reason why all us is right here, right now, is because we love this.
Yeah.
Facts.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man, so many stories with Jay telling me about how his pops was telling him about how to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So many stories about how you tell me about, you know what I'm saying, when you had your band and y'all was going crazy.
Sure.
You
yeah.
feel me?
Yeah. I was.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Tyrell over there, like, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing. He swagged up. You feel me?
Bro, we're about to get a
Check
fish that
it out,
can't
man.
swim. We're
Yeah.
about to get. He's about to
This-
get his own
well, we right here right
workout line, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro.
We're working on the logo right now. It's gonna be a fish that can't swim because he's a Pisces and he doesn't know how to swim.
Oh, man.
So-
Wait, for real? You don't know how to swim? Bro, I'll see. Are you gonna take lessons?
Eventually.
Okay.
I like the name.
Yeah,
I
no,
just-
I like that though. That's hard.
I would just rather see him in them little floaties though, bro.
They
Custom-
always say they always
Custom.
we need to go
a fish that
Cabroon.
can't
Hey,
swim
yo.
floaties.
They always say black
Oh,
folks
that
don't
would
know how to
sell.
swim. We
Bro,
know, hey,
a
look,
fish
that
that
would
can't
sell to the
swim
kids.
floaties.
we know how
bro.
black folks. We know how to swim enough to save our life.
We can make it happen.
Oh, we can make that happen. We can.
I'm a great swimmer.
Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a
I
great
can
swimmer.
swim. I can
I
swim.
can swim enough to save my life, though.
I learned how to swim when I was 3. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god.
Do you go
yeah.
Cabroing?
I mean, my mom put me through a bunch of fucking classes when I was young.
No.
Yeah,
Like, have you ever been Cabroing?
No.
Oh, bro,
that's the- you know,
this,
that's the
this
kayaking.
summer,
Bro,
yeah.
we have
Oh,
fun.
you talking
Let's
about
Yeah,
kayaking?
kayaking, and you just
Kayaking
drinking
and drinking
beers
at the
and
same
shit.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. It didn't register. I was like, Cabroon, what the fuck am I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
kayaking.
kayaking
I
and
have,
brewing.
yeah.
So with a
Yeah.
couple
But
Bud Lights on you.
I mean, I've done more kayaking than Cabroon. I've probably done Cabroon probably like twice.
Yeah.
But like I've done like kayaking, like legit kayaking I think in the Miami River up in Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. You got
Yeah.
your own kayak?
So before my mentor passed away, he had one.
Oh,
So me, him, and his son, we would always go out up there and just go kayaking for like hours.
It's fun.
I've
bro.
been wanting one for a while, man. But my wife wants. She doesn't want like a double. She wants her own, right? So it's like, all right, well, now that means we got to buy 2 of them. Not only that, but we've got to, I've got to buy a thing for the top of the whip.
Yeah.
But then it's like, then you start thinking about it. It's like, well, wait a minute, dude. If I drop in at this point of the river, right, and then we float all the way down to here, like, how am I gonna get back to my car? You know what I mean? So it's like, unless we're just gonna do one big
Logical
circle,
thinking.
like,
Logical
yeah.
thinking.
So it's like, all right, I think we're just gonna rent these things. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just pay the $35 a person and just rent them, dude. Like, because I don't like the schematics don't work.
They don't work.
I mean, it's
that's
like,
why they have the bus that takes everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what though? If
Unless
I
you got a car like Nick
I'm-
Schultz, he got the Bronco, so you could totally fit that thing on top of that car.
right, but even
But he
though
talking
when,
about,
when,
like-
when you drop in the water,
he
you're
talking
not
about,
gonna like go
when,
back
when you
to the
get
car.
to the end of the destination on the where you going on the kayak.
Yeah,
then you
'cause-
gotta
'cause
go
you're
all
just
the way
going
You
down
have to have
like a
2
little
vehicles.
creek.
You
It's
have
just
to
gotta
put
lie.
everyone in
It's
one
a- 'cause you
vehicle.
just gotta- I ain't gonna lie,
Drive to
it's
the
a
end and then
long
come
way,
back
bruh.
to
I
it.
ain't gonna lie.
You're
I
gonna have to have 2
kayaked
vehicles.
once, Cabroing.
Yeah.
I got stuck on a rock.
What?
I ain't know what the hell was going on. I swear to God.
I mean, nah. I mean, you know
I
what?
seen. I was. We had Bud Lights. We on the kayak. I'm doing my thing. Everybody doing their thing. I get stuck on a rock. I see everybody still moving forward. I'm still doing this. I ain't going no goddamn where. I thought that they was moving faster. I was like, what?
You're
like, what?
stuck.
Yeah, I'm like, why y'all? Damn, they moving fast. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not
I'm
going
like, what's
anywhere.
going on? And then next thing you know, I look down. I'm stuck on the rock. I'm like, hey, hold on. I had to call and they had to turn around, come push me off the shit. Then I was good.
Shoot, I flipped over.
We was over by
Oh,
Franklin in the
we-
middle
we
of town.
flipped the whole canoe
Oh,
over.
yeah,
That-
no,
That's
that
the
scared
hardest
the
thing to
hell
get
out of
back
me.
over.
Well, that was because of my friend, because he was being obnoxious and he like decided to like hit something, and like we went through like this really like bad like I don't know, like entryway, and like you know how they have like the little small little sections and during like the creek and the river and stuff when
For
you're
sure, yeah, splits.
it was like a really bad split, but it was a split, and like it flipped over. I couldn't believe how many nasty ass spiders I was seeing in the water. Bro.
Oh
like,
man,
like
Spiders
it
the last
was
thing you need to be worried
it
about.
was the worst.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
it
the
really makes
worst
you think
thing.
about where you're at, bro.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, man, like every time I'm on that water when at Green Acres is where we go, I keep thinking it's like, man, if I could just find a little sliver of land that just reaches down to this creek right here, like if you were able to build like a little taco stand that's like, you know, you don't need to like supply alcohol because everyone's already got
Taco
their
Tuesdays.
alcohol, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if halfway down the 8 mile track, if you had a little taco thing there, all you had to do is have a little grill, maybe burgers and hot dogs, right? But just have them right down there. We can sell burgers and hot dogs right to the people on the water.
Little lemonade stand. too,
That's so
just in
convenient
case.
for
Yeah.
Cambruan too, because a lot of people like I don't even remember eating anything at that time.
Yeah, bro, you don't.
But
You don't.
don't.
Everyone gets really drunk because all you're doing is basking in the sun for 8 miles, right?
Yeah.
Going
It's not
going
like you can actually
2 miles an
order
hour.
Bro,
food. You
remember our leg-
Well, I mean,
you're
people-
in the
or-
people,
or
you
throw a
literally
bologna
have to wait
sandwich.
to the end of the.
People
you have
pack
to
shit,
wait,
though.
bro. Like you had to wait till you get to.
They
the end of
pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I
but,
was gonna
like,
say people pack shit, but I mean
Oh, yeah,
that
you
right
can pack
there
stuff.
alone,
Yeah.
it's just like really smart.
Oh,
Like,
but
that-
it'd be the meetup spot though, because like everyone's always like, you know, well, meet me around this bend here, like where the rocks are. But like, if you can just tell them
Like
like,
in that
and
middle area, the
especially if
side
like
area?
like the taco stand said the halfway point, if that was the name of it, bro, meet me at the halfway point. What's that? Oh, it's the taco stand.
The
The
half-
halfway point.
The halfway point is
Yeah, it's like
actually
right on
what
the
the
side.
what the
That's
stand
it.
is called.
That's
The
that's the
halfway
that's the
point.
name of it.
Dude, you need to like keep that in your memory bank. Memory bank. Hold that. Make that. You know what? I keep seeing every time he comes up with an idea. You ever play like a video game and like in that video game, you see like all of like these like stores or like companies whatever that are named after the same like name. So it's like you go to a game like right. So you like say for instance life is a video game right.
Mhm.
You come to the store to get you're like this badass character who's saving the world, but you go to your favorite clothing stores. Native Brand's one of them, right?
Yep.
It's like if you ever played the game The World Ends With You. It's like an interesting like a Nintendo game.
Grand Theft Auto.
No, The World Ends With You. It's like a
Oh, the world. Okay.
it's
yeah.
like a very like retro like futuristic game, but
So it's not an open world. You don't like it. So it's just.
it's
like,
an open world, but it's like it's on the Game Boy.
Okay.
I, it's been years since I played this, but it was such a it was
Okay.
such a you would love it.
What
It's-
console was it on?
It was on DS.
Oh,
But basically like you would go through these stores and they had like super dope like just super like dope like gear that you would get, right? And like you have a store in there called Native Brand, right? Then like if you're like going like the canoe, you got this store called Native Brand Halfway Point, right?
Yeah.
If you're going I don't know to like to go swim or whatever, you get some Native Brand swimwear or whatever. You're
Yeah.
going to like a car store, you got the Native Brand fix it up type
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
And it's like I don't know, like I just like see like when Jay Banks creates these ideas, I always like see like the world could just have more like Native Brand like mini stores around.
I'm in, bro. Like you know what, man? One of my good friends, Jordan Blackmore. He created the store called 3 Square Studio in New York, and it was a hair salon, right? But he was like, I didn't want to call it a hair salon. I called it a studio because I didn't want to put limits on it. And so when I was building Native, he was like, "Don't put limits on it. Like when you're building it, don't put it in a box, because like he uses the 3 Square Studios for everything, bro. They even have their own Nike shoe, like they've got their own Stefan Janoski SB.
Yeah.
That's in a Volt. The whole thing is Volt, and that was their color. The very first time it was used was 2010. On a pair of not Air Max,
we
but
gotta be careful with Nike, cause Nike out here they ain't playing no games.
oh no, bro,
Nike ain't playing no games. Jay.
Yeah, they're
Hey, look,
they're
man,
fine.
look.
They got a whole
They
new
ain't-
law
they ain't
team
messing
behind
around.
them.
They out here. They after Bape. Come on, man. Bape is a part of the
Um,
hip hop community, and
yeah,
they
bro.
after Bape now.
But
man.
but yeah. So where was I going with that?
Well, because I'm assuming they had a bunch of stores or something.
I totally
Oh,
lost my
Bape.
train of thought. Yeah, no. When I was talking about Nike.
Well, no, it was the New York store, the 3 Base or whatever, and they
Yeah, Jordan Blackmore.
Yeah.
Jordan Black.
Oh yeah, 3 Square Studios. Yeah, so he
Yeah,
created
yeah.
his own. Thank you, dude. He created his own Nike shoe for it. So he was just like, don't ever like close the box on what you want to do, right? Like,
Yeah.
they created their own hair product. They had their stuff in Costco. Like,
Yeah.
they were fire with it, bro. So it's like, don't ever limit yourself and like pigeonhole yourself into one thing. So with us, it's like, we want to build the clothing brand, and then we want to do the reality show, and honestly, like we might be opening up a frozen daiquiri stand, like a native frozen daiquiri
frozen
stand.
daiquiri
Frozen
stand.
Yeah,
daiquiri
bro,
stand.
for real.
In the college, like in Clifton.
No, that'd be fire. It'd be fire, but it's gonna
I feel
be
like that would be.
it's gonna be in
Dude.
it's gonna be
In Clifton?
in
You
an
said in
entertainment.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Frozen daiquiri.
You thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no,
right.
it won't be in Clifton, but it will be in an entertainment district. So you'll be able to just grab a drink and walk around the streets with it, man.
That's
So,
hard. That's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. So that's on the agenda. We've got the hat vending machines, but
Yeah.
it's like, so for us, it's like we've always wanted to do. Don't ever pigeonhole yourself. Like I even have this idea of doing a whole run of clothing line where we've got like. Native Brand carpet cleaners, right? Native Brand pipe cleaning.
Native Brand carpet
and-
cleaners.
And I want like
It's like OxyClean.
yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. I want to have all these old school like logos, and it's like Native Plumbing, right? And then have the phone number there, so when people call the number, it goes to the store, and it's like, hey, so sorry, we're not who you thought we were, but come down and you know, pick up some clothes.
The
You know what I mean?
Native,
Like,
native Adventures.
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like, you know, we've got that 291 native. That's our phone number. So I want to like attach that. Like even I even made shirts at one point to call my lawyer, and I had that phone number on there. So it was like, because that was back when we did the Bass Pro Shop hats, and everyone was like, oh, how are you getting away with doing Bass Pro Shop hats? It's like, because we have the balls to do it, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like we put it out there. And if we get a cease and desist, cool. We'll play rules. You know what I mean? We'll take it off the shelf. But
Yeah.
but the thing is what we want to, like we want to press those boundaries, right? Because the people that bought the hat before we pulled them off the shelves, now they got something exclusive.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, how do you separate yourself from those clothing brands, those like mom and pop shops? Like, we don't want to be a mom and pop shop. We want to be the next Nike. We want to be the next, you know, Supreme. So how do you do that, man? You gotta shake some feathers, bro.
You want to give them a run for their money.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing is like, and it's also I'm getting better at my craft because I'm learning more on Adobe Illustrator. I'm learning how to do that Skittles logo. That towel behind you. Like that thing is fire, bro. There's a little hint of shadow inside the native logo, like inside the white itself. Like, it's to a T. It's spot on the Skittles logo, you know. But those are things that I teach myself. Yeah. So I'm just teaching myself, you know, how to get better on YouTube, bro.
The fact that you got a whole ass Skittles blanket behind me is
Right.
like crazy.
Bro,
and it says native like that. I actually want this now.
Yo,
Need
tell
to
me,
take this home.
tell me this isn't the best photo op, bro. On the beach, laying underneath it, looking like you're a pack of Skittles, bro. Every girl in the summertime is gonna want that towel so that they can look like a pack of Skittles on the beach.
But
A lot of people.
But
that
it
come,
says native.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
a lot of people that come in here
genius.
always say that like native give them like LA vibes because of the creativity.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
we're definitely pressing the boundaries, man, of what what the status quo is. That interactive retail too, man. Like, that's something when they posted it at the very end of the video, I just want to high five
Bro.
Nick, bro, because it's like I'm so glad that he did that instead of the native brand, because that's what we're pushing here. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like,
That is literally that is what is. When I saw that, my cold chills right away. Just because, like, yeah, we're seeing the native brand, but like that is just like that's like the new thing we're trying to elevate. Just the idea and just putting out in the universe,
Yeah.
seeing what happens when that catches on. Because like
Yeah.
it has. I mean, we are literally living like in a store that you have to interact with while you're shopping. So
Tyrell, interact
That's- with someone and you know what, that-
talk to him.
yeah, like that. It is such a integral part. It's an integral part of the store, and letting people know and letting it be out there in the world, and just come check it out. Come to the store, see what we're about here.
The interaction part is what's dope about, you know what I'm saying, everything too, because it's just like, you know, it was a couple years ago, everything was shut down because of COVID.
Yeah.
So you couldn't interact. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
now
Very
it's
true.
like some parts of the world still feel like that's restricted, even after COVID.
Even after, yeah, man.
So the fact that we still doing this, you know what I'm saying, we interacting with people, we talking to people, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
We're coming back from COVID that
feel
much
me?
stronger
Like,
with
so like,
yeah,
and
you know
that
what I mean?
and
Yeah.
that just that, you know what I'm saying, they speak volumes on that as
Yeah.
well.
The
you know?
timing, like what you're saying, the timing couldn't be better.
Yeah.
That we're releasing interactive retail. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're going to the era where changing rooms, dressing rooms are pretty much non-existent in stores. I mean, they might be coming back slowly, but there for a while, every changing room they were just all closed off.
Mhm.
Nope.
Dude,
You know,
I went to
just-
Macy's and they were practicing no touch. This was Macy's furniture. They were practicing no touch furniture. And so I'm like, you want me to spend $7,000 on this couch, but I can't sit on it to
You
see how
gotta-
it feels? Like, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Wait,
like,
when did they do that?
during COVID.
That's wild.
And it was literally we're teaching a no touch practice is I think the exact wording.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what you should do.
Man, seriously, like when you go when you go,
you
about
want to
to-
try
you
it
about
out.
to-
You
bro,
gotta
bro,
try
you
it out
want
before
to you
buy it.
gotta
Damn,
fall into the
damn.
couch.
Yeah.
You gotta see like how's this thing gonna handle me as I drop in like
Right.
that.
I literally would have been in there,
Lord.
and I would have been like, my eyes can feel how good this couch is.
Yeah.
And then I would have been like, but I don't trust my eyes at this moment.
Right. Yeah.
Look at the dude like,
Like,
you feel me?
Especially, it's not like it's Valley City, bro. Like it's Macy's furniture,
Right,
so it was
right.
like that. Those are like 5,000 or
Yeah,
more. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like
for sure.
That's my
I have a
eye-
Ma-
my-
I have
I'm
a
not
Macy's
trusting my
couch.
it was a strange a strange time, bro. When COVID came out, and we got the keys of the clothing store a week before COVID hit.
We
Yeah.
did.
So we signed the big lease
Yeah.
with the levy, like March 3rd, I think. Actually, I think it was March
got the-
2nd or March. It was
You had the
right
keys
after
the
my
12th, I believe. Right.
yeah. We got the keys on the 12th, and then we were opening up. Our grand opening was going to be on the 16th because we were gonna like Richie was gonna be one of the DJs. We were gonna have a big DJ event for it.
The world shut down March 17th. I think the 22nd is when we actually
We're gonna do that event, and it got
Yes.
shut down.
yes, because the world shut down before
Yeah.
the 22nd. Yeah, we didn't even get a chance. So
Yeah.
we didn't get a 7 days period after the keys were.
But
know.
but we had a chance to really double down on the
Yeah.
store, man, and make it look
Yeah.
how we wanted. And
It's like the
we
best
got
thing that happened.
yeah, for real. We got to
Mhm.
really hone in and take our time with the store, which is something that that store would have been open in 5 days thanks to Jose and Sean Bucci and those guys.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Just saw Jose this weekend.
I didn't get a chance to see him, bro. He was over at Jay Sal's checking out the shoes. I saw Stephanie.
Yeah,
And but I didn't get a chance to see him, bro. It's been a minute.
I know. We were talking about Sean as well. Haven't seen Sean in a while, so hopefully he pops in soon.
Bro, I'm ready to do that T-shirt deal with him, man. That logo is still sitting in the computer, ready to go.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
fire too.
Hey,
I
so
know.
so I had someone ask a
Sean,
question
tell
on
me
my
about this
live.
Yeah.
They asked where they can get native gear at. So they're in the camera right now.
Hey, all right. So the nativebrand.com is the website, and actually, I'll make sure that I get a Deuces promo code as soon as we get off here, so they can use your promo code,
Yes.
get a discount.
Blessings.
But the store is at Newport on the Levee. So Newport, Kentucky. If you come down to just on the other side of the Ohio River, it's free parking inside the levee for the first hour. Come through, come buy some stuff. If you buy anything over $25, you get free parking anyway. So that's a good benefit to being down here.
Hey.
But there's a second half to the store too. So there's a whole hidden part which is super incredible. So come down, mention Deuce's name, we'll give you a discount as well for sure.
Should I type something inside the comments to help them out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thenativebrand.com. Bro, shout out to my wife for the Valentine's Day gift, man. Check out these shoes real quick, dude. Boom.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was looking at the Air Maxes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Bro,
I was
check out
looking at
the
them, bro.
back, bro. They're called the Ugly Ducklings. It's got a duck on the back of
Nah,
it.
it ain't
instead
nothing
of the
ugly
Nike
about them.
switch.
I was looking at them, bro.
Yeah, they're fire,
Yeah,
dude. So there
I
was
ain't gonna lie.
two.
It like it, what that is, suede.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's real suede too, man. Because my pups are hot right now.
Yeah, bro. I was looking at them. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got a hell of a shoe collection.
Yeah, bro.
So I just
that's
don't- you feel me? I ain't know if they just came out. I thought you
Yeah,
got
these
hella
are-
shoes.
these-
I thought
these
it was
are
just something
new,
that was in
man.
the arsenal. So
right. For
know,
sure. I
you
need
know
to
what I'm
go
saying?
through and clean up some. I wear all my shoes, man. So a lot of them get damaged through the times, but like I've got some bangers in there, man, that I haven't worn in a long time. But yeah, this colorway is killing it, bro. And then of course
Yeah,
I showed you the socks
Yeah, you
earlier,
showed me the
bro.
socks
the
earlier.
Cactus
yeah.
Plant Flea Market
Yeah, yeah.
socks. Yeah, these things.
That's hey, we was talking about the hoopers.
Yeah, bro.
All the hoopers out there. I'm trying to tell you right now, all the hoopers, they don't like look, the hoopers, they like it's about the shorts, it's about the
Mhm.
socks, it's about the gym shorts, but not really like that for real. And then the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But the shoes don't matter. The shoes is whatever makes you comfortable.
Yep.
You feel me?
And
The
then
shorts,
and then a long white
ain't
tee,
no
bro. We're
telling.
going
Some people
90s on it.
ain't no telling. Some people like the hoop in the long shorts. Some people like the short shorts.
Right.
It depends. However
What do you like? The long ones or short ones?
I like the medium ones.
Medium ones, just above the knee,
I like
just
the
below the knee.
Cause the medium ones, I feel kind of weird wearing short shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the long shorts because if I really want to get active,
Yeah,
I
the
feel like I don't got
dribbling
enough
through the
movement.
legs. Yeah,
Yeah, so I like the medium one, so I can do what I need to do.
yeah,
Sock game, oh Lord, all the hoopers know about the sock game.
for
Crew
sure,
socks, elite socks, they know about it. I ain't even got to say nothing. They know about it.
Bro, like
All the
when
hoopers.
when I played ball, man, like I always wore high socks, and then I had the calf, like I had the knee brace, but I wore it at the calf like Jordan. I even like flipped over the top, so it was like the bike knee brace, and then
Yeah.
it had a little red edge on the top because I flipped it
Oh,
over.
like okay, I got
Yeah, bro, I was just trying to be Mike, bro.
like
Yeah, man.
You was
I-
hooping in them?
Oh yeah, bro.
That's like AI
like
with
I
the
would
sleeve.
I would bring a pair of shoes. I would bring the new Jordans in a bag while I had the last year's like the sixes on my feet. I had the sevens on the bag.
Yeah.
Like, and as soon as game time
Need
would
some
be
more
on, that's when
sangria.
I'd.
That's like Iverson with the sleeve.
Oh yeah, bro.
You feel me?
That's
Like-
everybody started rocking that sleeve, man.
Man, and I remember like my senior year, I was hooping at this little school that's up in Dayton, Ohio. Coach didn't even want us. You had to have a medical, like,
Yep.
he wanted you, because he was, like, real strict. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know Drew talked to me about how when they was wrestling, they wrestled against a team and they all was rocking the same haircut or something like that. You feel me? With basketball, our coach, you couldn't have, he didn't want us to have, like, okay, so down south, you can go get a haircut and get your name carved in your head on some cool shit. You feel me?
Right.
And the coach up here, he went messing with it.
I was when I play ball when I play, he's aggravated right now.
He went messing with it.
When I was playing ball in yeah.
It's straight ice, man.
When I was playing ball in Chicago, man, they
Oh, hey,
we
The
didn't even
Iceman
get that
Eisler.
on camera,
hey,
bro.
the Iceman Eisler.
Oh,
The
Iceman.
Iceman Eisler right now.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Yeah, you good, True.
I'm just mad that we didn't get it on camera because that was hilarious, bro. I saw it like on slow motion. It was like an avalanche of ice just coming out of that thing.
It was the oh no.
Yeah, it was like the bounty commercial, bro. Oh,
Yeah, we
let's
are
see.
we locked and loaded.
Can you
baby.
pull back? Can you see all the ice on the floor?
Oh man.
Hey, I like this shot, bro. It's funny. There it is. There it is. We're going ice skating up in here.
This was brought to you by the Iceman.
Hey, you
Eisler.
know what though, man? I love you, bro. I know, and AI has been having one hell of a month, man. It's been like someone's got a voodoo doll, and they just keep
Yeah, it's been
keep
rough.
sticking this little doll with this fucking prick,
Man, I know. It's never ending, but this is the last day of the month. I'm hoping March turns out to be.
Bro,
Shit,
March
it's the last day of the
March is the
month?
best month. Yeah, yeah.
Can
I
y'all believe
forgot
how
that February was
fast-
so
how-
short.
Yeah, this is it. Tomorrow
Damn.
we start
Tomorrow's March 1st.
his
Yeah,
birthday.
man.
That's it. We're
Yeah,
there.
bro.
Believe how
You know
fast
what?
this shit
You know
going?
what's funny? I'm like 99% sure my wife is more excited about Mandalorian than my birthday.
What's
Okay.
Mandalorian?
Oh,
That's right. It's
Wait,
coming out.
yeah.
I'm
When does
excited
it,
too.
when does it
All
come
right.
out?
Comes out tomorrow.
Oh my God, I am You know what? I might not.
See,
even,
look,
I
look.
might not, I might
I'm-
not be here tomorrow.
No, what the hell? What,
I'm watching
What's the Mandalorian?
Yeah, what's that? At?
Wait,
Oh, bro.
Baby Yoda. Grogu.
Baby, oh, it's
Yeah,
some
Grogu.
Star,
That's
Star
what-
Wars shit.
Yes, there you
Okay.
are.
wait.
He knows now.
What time does it come out for us?
Yeah, I know Creed 3 coming
you
out,
guys,
too.
It probably-
I'm seeing
probably
that.
comes
I'm seeing
out
that shit
Probably comes out at midnight, like
tonight.
tonight, probably.
Oh, I'm watching it. I'm watching it midnight. I'm not going to sleep. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
would.
definitely
Yeah,
watching it.
Are
yeah.
you kidding me?
We'll be
I'm
watching at the same
that.
time. Come on in, man.
No, that's a must. I'm
What's
I'm
going
such
on,
a
bro?
geek for Mandalorian, bro. Like it's not
Same.
even funny. Like I love all fantasy, like whatever base. Like I'm a huge Marvel fan, obviously. Like I love all things Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lord of the Rings. What's the other one like Lord of the Rings? Well, Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
I'm a
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love Harry Potter. But I'm a huge fan of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, like, got me by the hook. first season. I was like, there's
The homie-
no way.
John Favreau murdered it, bro.
He's so good.
The
Yeah.
homie with Cincinnati Warriors came down here last week to watch Ant-Man.
Oh, I
and
gotta-
he and
I
that,
gotta
I heard
talk
that,
to him.
and he said that was Marvel. I ain't know Ant-Man. You know
Ant-Man?
what I'm saying? No,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
Did you,
Ant-Man,
did you get a
Ant-Man
chance to
was
see that?
I ain't know that.
Quantumania?
And Ant-Man.
Yeah, we actually seen it upstairs. Me and my family.
Did you like it?
I did. Yeah, that was the quote that line that Kane the Conqueror says about time is what I got
okay.
from that. That's what I was referencing it from.
Oh, gotcha.
That movie's really good, man. I mean, let me take that back. The movie's good. I know a lot of people are not really into this Phase 4, Phase 5 thing that's going on right now. I kind of understand because it's like there's just a lot of mediocre like space going on within like the context of the screenwriting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you see the acting, you're like, was that really necessary to have? Like, you know what I mean? Like from DC being too serious to Marvel almost feeling like it's a comedy act now it's what's
True.
bothering me, right?
Right.
But they learn how to keep it. They still know how to tie it in together. Marvel does, and so I still appreciate that movie. That movie's good. And I really appreciate it because I'm a big fan of Kang the Conqueror. The way that they're gonna utilize their TV shows their TV shows from Loki to all of like their short series to the
Loki was
movies,
good.
it's almost gonna feel so seamless that you're gonna like when you watch Quantumania, you almost feel like it's like a season finale episode, not a movie.
Of other shows too.
Yes.
Okay, I
That's
see, yeah.
that's how
Okay,
dope this
yeah.
whole Kane the Conqueror like thing is. That's why it took them a minute to get it done because Kane the Conqueror in Marvel, like he's everywhere. Like he's just endless, right? Like he's in so many different things. He beats the Marvel's characters in so many different areas of the universe. Like the multiverse is the multiverse. There's so many different areas of how it could happen.
Yeah.
So they were like, you have to think about it. Like, how are they gonna bring the multiverse in like a certain amount of movies in a certain period of time? Well, it's like no, like we're gonna do it through TV shows too.
Yeah, that's
So-
so smart.
So when it
Man.
ends, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
If you guys are okay, but when
Only heard here.
only heard here. Yeah. But when the movie ends, it basically shows a clip of Loki and the dude that he was friends with in the Loki series. It shows them in 1901 looking at Vincent Timely or whatever, or I forget his name, but it's like Vincent Timely or something. And he's also a Kang before Kang becomes Kang, right? And
okay.
they basically give you like an idea of like what it's like to deal with Kang the Conqueror, because no matter what, he becomes Kang the Conqueror in every universe that he's in, and they realize that. And so now they're going from that movie to this TV show. Once that TV series is done, they're going to go back to a movie again to fight Kang the Conqueror, back to another TV show, back to another movie. I'm like, dude, that is genius.
Yeah. They're
Get them hooked for free and then drop it in the box office, bro,
Yeah.
for the finale.
That's
100%.
that's fucking genius. I
Yeah.
mean, and you're like literally telling a story back to back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, smart.
And John Favreau, man, the guy that writes The Mandalorian, like he started out with like Swingers and like all those other movies. There was another movie he made a lifetime ago called Made. It's fire, dude. It's him and Vince Vaughn, and they're basically like they get hired by the mafia to go to New York to try to do a deal for him. But it's Vince Vaughn at his prime, dude. It's so good.
Vince Vaughn was so good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but you know what, man? You were talking about you were talking about how Kane is good in this universe or this universe or this universe, and it got me thinking about one of the questions or one of the answers that I had on that podcast. I did the Necessary Entrepreneurs podcast a couple weeks ago, and it was aired yesterday, and I actually brought up the parallel universe thing.
Did you?
Yeah, bro. So I was
Nice.
like,
Okay.
so he was like,
That's what's up.
he was like, what drives you? And I was like, you want me to be honest? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm like, I've got this theory of like a parallel universe, and there's different J Bankses and other universes, and it really pisses me off to think that another J Banks in another parallel universe is doing better than me.
I've had that same thought.
So it keeps me on my toes, like, and it really does, because every move that I make, every business transaction or every move that I'm making, I'm like, is this right for this Jay? Because I want to be on the top. I don't want to be the low hanging fruit Jay Banks. I want to be the top of the food chain Jay Banks. You know what I mean?
Right, when the other Jay Banks comes to your dimension and time travel, and he sees you,
He's like, how do you do it?
"Wait, oh yeah, or like, oh, I'm not even gonna make myself known. This Jay Banks isn't worth my time. So you got to keep it up.
Damn,
yeah,
so
you
that's
gotta,
messed up,
you,
though.
yeah,
Like,
bro.
damn,
So you
bro,
wanna-
like,
yeah,
hold on,
you
bro.
got to keep your bar high.
Man,
what-
nah, hey,
you-
look, man, hold on, man.
You want to know something crazy? So I have that exact thought in theory, right? But I thought to myself one day, going through the whole thought of like, damn, this Deuce is like going through an experience that I'm not going through yet. Like he's going through the experience that I want to go through, because in my mind I know that I can go through it. So why can't I go through it, right? But what I had that was such a self-realization, where it was like, you got to be the best, right? Is I thought to myself, when you pass, like when you die and you go to heaven, right? Like, what if in the moment of being in heaven that there's another you who goes, hey man, I'm sorry you didn't get to experience this. And I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, bro.
Cause
But
I'd
you know
be
what's
like-
the blessing?
Cause I'm
Y'all both in heaven.
well, yeah, for sure. But I wasn't even thinking about that, so I probably should change my perspectives on how I'm thinking about that. But the fact that the fact that I was thinking about myself and like other versions of me going, yeah, man, like I was trying to get you like on game to figure it out in your mind. Like we all speak to each other. Like
I think we do too, man. I think
You
that's what
know,
our subconscious is, man.
it's
trying
different
to
versions
decipher.
of you.
Yeah.
And so the whole Kane the Conqueror thing, like you gotta like first research Kane the Conqueror, because like the whole theory of Kane the Conqueror is nuts, right? But you understand his whole theory, understand why he's doing what he does, understand him, understand like the Victor Timely, all that, you know what I mean? And then like watch the movie, right? Watch that movie, and they give you the glimpse of what it's like, of what we as the Marvel Universe are going to be dealing with. And you, at the end of the movie, they show you all these different versions of Kane the Conqueror, right? And how they're about to just like start terrorizing the universe, right?
Yeah.
And you start to think to yourself, like, they're all in coherence with each other. Like, they're all aligned with each other,
Yeah.
except for a few of them. A few of them weren't. And those few were the ones that were like the big dogs, right? But you have like the big dogs that are also together. And you're like, so you're telling me that like, what's his name? Who wrote Marvel? Who created Marvel? There was a couple of them, but who's the main guy?
The Stan Lee?
Stan Lee. You're telling me Stan Lee had this theory that like is a legit like factual theory that we as humans think about, right? That there are multiple versions of us that can literally be in agreement with each other to make the best versions of ourselves no matter what.
Yeah.
Like we see the end result of who we're supposed to be at our top, at our finest.
Yep.
So they
Yep.
basically created. They're like, oh, our best version is Kane the Conqueror. He's a bad guy. We're gonna make him. We have to make him. No matter what, that's what we end up, and that's where our best version of us is. So why not? It's like we know what our fate is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like if I could just tap into my head, like I tap into my head like that already, but it's like to really like be able to like know, that would be nuts.
Right, dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
like do you have deja vu?
Yeah.
So what do you think deja vu is?
It says a feeling like you feel like it's happened before.
Right, but where'd it come from?
Yeah.
I don't know.
it-
Like
well,
what do you
I don't
think?
know.
So here's one thing, right? Maybe there's different deja vus. I've had a dream deja vu where you dream about it, like, and it doesn't have to be the night of or the day before. Like, it could just be like it'd just be one of those dreams like you have, and then like in the near future you go through that experience. Like I've had that a bunch of times.
Mhm.
I've had that so much where it's like I was just recently in an experience where I was at like this music show, and like I remember like in a dream like a year ago, like I had this in my dream. I'm like, damn, like that would be crazy that happened.
Yeah.
And then like I go through it and I'm like,
I'm gonna stop you real quick.
whoa, like what, we're here.
We're
like
here,
that just
yeah.
like that just happened.
On
What the fuck?
on every one of these deja vus that you've had, has it ever been a bad experience?
Both. It's been good and bad.
Okay. So like for me, like I've only had like whenever I have deja vu, it's always been like it's never been a bad moment in my life. Like it's always been like a positive moment or like not the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But the way that I've always looked at deja vu is like God or whoever's running the whole ship. You've got a timeline A to B, right? And you get off that track. You got your highs, you got your lows, but whenever you get right back on that A to B, I feel like that's that flash of
That's the deja
that's
vu.
that deja vu because that's your timeline, right? So it's like, wait a minute, I've been here before. I know what. Like I can finish my wife's sentence before she even like knows what she's gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I've been here before and I've seen
Been
it.
there before, yeah.
But like for me, like I've noticed that every time I've had deja vu, it's never been in a bad experience. It's always been with a loved one or a positive moment in my life. So for me, I've always looked at it as like, oh, okay, this is my timeline, and I'm right where I need to be at this moment in my life. Like that's
Then
the way
it sounds like it's a lot of W's in your future.
Man, I'm here for it, bro.
A
Because
lot of wins.
I've taken a lot of L's,
W's,
bro.
man.
I've taken a lot of L's, but I'm like that little that punching clown, bro. It's just with the sand in the bottom.
Yeah.
And just keep coming back, bro. Punch me and just keep coming back, bro.
I feel like we all been through
It's
it.
like deja vu is almost like alignment.
You
So
want to know what's
you're aligning with where you're supposed to be at that exact second in time.
that makes sense.
And you're looking around, you're like, all right, this is like confirmation that I'm doing the right thing at this right moment. So
Exactly.
keep
But
on
you-
keeping.
But
I
you
feel-
want to know what's
I have
crazy?
deja vu all the time. So
You
it's
want to
like,
know what's crazy though about my experience with that whole concept though?
Yeah.
Is when I say bad and good, like I've literally had bad and good. So, but I've always felt like this was what was happening. When I would go through those good experiences, I honestly, there was a point in time where I was going through some crazy shit in my past experience, right?
yeah.
And I didn't think I was going to be able to make it to where I wanted to be, right? And so I felt like my mind had positioned itself, or the universes had positioned itself where it's like, okay, Deuces, this is where you are now. Like this is your position in your multiverse.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've literally had that conversation. Like it had to be like 2015 when I was like having that conversation where it's like, dudes, this is where you are. The rest of us are gonna move forward, but this is where you are. This is the road you have to follow because
Yeah.
obviously this is the road you're following.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that battle was a hard battle. But what I realized is that when I was going through the good experiences, it was almost like an out of body experience, but it was deja vu at the same time. And that's why what you just said just tripped me out, because I remember I still vividly remember going through experiences now where it'd be like, you just went through that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is happening right now. Like, and like it feel like it feels right. Like you've been here before.
Where's the black dog?
But are
There's
you
the black
really?
dog? Yeah.
And the black dog walks out.
But are you really the version that was supposed to be here?
It's that
And-
parallel universe.
And
yeah.
so I feel like now, since I've been going through a lot of great experiences in my life, I feel like my universe was so quick to judge on it that I feel like it just like was like, you're here, that's it. And then when it see me going into the other universes, right, it was like, wait, holy shit.
They call
Yeah.
that been misunderstood.
Like
Yeah.
this whole timeline was misunderstood. Like
Yeah.
maybe you are the better version of yourself. You just need more space to make it happen.
Exactly. And I feel like when deja vu happens, and it seems like it happens, I mean, a lot when I'm driving. When I'm driving, I'll be driving somewhere, I'm like, whoa. Like, even if I've been to that area before, it's like a memory kind of like, it's like a memory's there in my head, but at the same time, I don't even know where the memory is happening from.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It happens a lot when I'm driving. I drive a lot, so that might be the case. But there's been times when I felt like I've just synced in to this deja vu, and I'm like I've entered the parking garage at the levee, and I'm like, weird. Like it's happened. I'm like, weird.
That's called Groundhog Day, bro. I apologize for that. That's too many days in a row working.
No, maybe, but like I'm thinking back to like when we were in COVID, right? We were still coming in the garage. I'll be coming in sometimes, and I'll be just like, I just feel like we're in COVID, and I walk in, people everywhere, but I just have this feeling that we're just in the past, in the present, all at the same. These emotions just are there coming in. I don't know where they come from. It comes in glimpses and then goes, and I'm like, it's very strange. It's a very strange, like, and it feels like deja vu. It has that feeling, and it's euphoric kind of, and I don't know, the brain, the mind, how it works when you're in like a positive state. Because like he says, it's always positive. It's never really a negative feeling. I don't feel like anytime I'm having those like moments, I'm like, it's always like I'm excited to see what happens next, and it's nice.
I've had times like I've had times where I felt deja vu.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Because with the deja vu,
You can right there.
if,
Yep.
I've had times where I felt deja vu, and it almost feel like you getting goosebumps.
Coming
a
with
little
you.
bit.
We need to get a microphone or a speaker in the actual bathroom, bro, so you can still hear the podcast. How fire would that be?
Bro, just like when they played the AFC Championship game in the
Yeah.
bathroom, I was listening to it.
In the
Oh,
bathroom.
that'd be
Bro.
so dope, bro.
Oh man, I know, bro. Like,
Have up like a body cam.
That's all we. It's from here to there, bro. That's what we do. So if we can still hear the podcast in the bathroom, then we still know what's
Oh,
going
no.
on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
That'd be super fire.
dude.
bro,
So many-
I've had times,
Write that one down.
I've had times where I felt a little deja vu. It's like when I feel like I get deja vu, it's like you start to feel a little goosebumps. You feel a little shimmies.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
feel the shimmies. You know what I'm saying? That like with the what they call it, the out of body experience. I can't really say. I don't think I've ever had that, and if I have, I probably ain't never noticed. I don't know what that even feel like, cause you know what I'm saying. I don't know, bro. Like I'm just being real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what that shit feel like.
do you ever have a feeling of like you feel just like you've been there before, but it's still kind of new feeling?
Well, that's deja vu.
yeah, right. That's what. Yeah, you
But
felt
that,
deja
is
vu,
that the
right?
same thing as out of body experience?
Oh, out of body.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Out of body experience. Have those way less often, but I would say those are more like you're able to like see the situation from a new perspective.
Like what you mean?
He's saying goodbye. But like the out of body experiences, you being, I mean, a lot of times that will happen in dreams too. Have you ever had a dream where you felt like you were basically able to like maneuver?
Man,
or
I
walk
had a
up?
weird ass dream like 2 nights ago.
Yeah, tell us about
Bro, we
It was a chick that I got a crush on and
real
shit.
real
I-
quick. We
alright.
made $1.69 just by going live.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hold on, what happened?
We made $1.69 by going live.
Oh shit.
It starts to trickle in dollar amounts when you do content so much. Instagram implemented something. People can go on your account and subscribe to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a badge thing or something, but
I think
Interesting.
somebody bought one on there. Somebody said something about the sound, and I adjusted it a little.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
what's
Woo!
Hey.
Came in real quick there.
Yeah, it might have been that. It might have been the live in general. But I know Instagram has implemented that just recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you
I
know,
was waiting for
you know right. You know what we need to do is we need to have one wire that's able to hook into the phone that can dump all the sound, because that's the issue is we're talking into the microphones. These microphones aren't attached to that, so they can only hear from here, right? So we need to get some type of iPhone jack that can plug
Yes.
in where they can have the sound in there.
That'll make all the
Unfortunately, they got rid of the mic jack, so it's like the USB or the Thunder port
Mic
isn't.
check 1 2 1 2.
I don't know if it's as easy to use when it comes to something like that.
That was honestly one of the to me that was one of the most odd, strange things that Apple
I'm
did
in
was
the
removing the
clear.
phone jack completely. Because then like
2 mics.
you have to use your nice. You have to
Yeah.
use that the charger. You know, like is the same as the like with the headphones. Like Apple's changes with the phone jack was a really strange move, but
They got sued for not having a USB port in another country. So because like iPhone's trying to go wireless completely, because if they can get rid of the Thunder port, they're gonna have so much more room inside the phone for memory and for more.
So what would they do to charge the phone?
The wireless. They were trying to get everybody ready for the wireless,
Oh.
but the
Yeah.
But what happened was they another country it's mandatory for USB-C, so they sued Apple.
That's
and now,
Europe,
now
isn't
Apple's
it?
got to create a USB-C phone for that exact country. So now
Isn't
they gotta,
isn't that somewhere in Europe?
yeah.
Because that was like 3 years ago when they spoke about that, right?
No, it was recently that they've gotten in trouble for it. I mean, it could have been a couple years ago, but it was within the past 6 months that
Oh.
that it came out. Yeah.
I remember they were speaking about that. I think during COVID, when I remember seeing that the post about it on the internet where they were saying somewhere over there in Europe, it's mandatory to have the USB-C, and Apple didn't have that, and so they needed to.
Oh yeah.
And so they were basically saying every phone needs to have this, every outlet and outport or whatever needs to have this type of cord in order to charge your phone. And I thought that was Russia, I think. I remember it being shown on TV, but I didn't know that they got in trouble. No one got in trouble at that time. It was just something that was mandatory because they seen it was an issue.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've changed the charger. I mean, what? They had original charger was way too bulky, so they went small, and now they don't even. You can't even plug your phone in to listen to music. You got to use the charger port to.
Yeah,
jam.
it was at the end of October that all this came to light.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have no choice. It's to comply with a new EU law. Wall Street Journal. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. What do you think about this whole new baseball rule? All this stuff going on.
Bro,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, bro. We got the baseball king in here. Why didn't we even talk about this, bro?
So yeah.
So this is something that you should spearhead, obviously, because you're a host of the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
But so they've got for people that don't know, we've got bigger bases this year instead of what they're 18 inches instead of 15 inches, something like that.
It's
yeah.
for handicapped players. I just don't get it.
Right, right. That really doesn't make any sense, man. Because it's they've been playing with the same bases for
years,
since they were kids, bro.
Yeah.
But so they're bigger bases. But the big thing is the 15-second time clock.
It's the pitch clock.
The pitch clock. So
Yeah.
you got 15 seconds to throw the pitch, which is in theory it's a great scenario because baseball games are 3.5, 4 hours long sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the meaning for it, right? Because the issue is the games happen way too long, right?
Yeah.
And so they're trying to figure out a way to move away from such a long game, and there's not enough action happening.
Yep.
So the pitch clock does help with a little bit of the action, a lot of the when it comes to the longevity of a game, it definitely just
It
brings
shortens it by 23 minutes or something like that. Is what they were saying.
Well, and then
currently,
it becomes more precise too.
Yep.
Not only do the pitchers get caught up if they don't pitch at a certain period of time, but the people batting do too. There was recently one of the guys he literally tied a game because he got a third strike out because
It took too long.
of him of him getting prepared to bat.
Yeah.
And it's oh my god, damn, that's
That's
pretty shitty.
It is, and the thing with me that strikes me the most with this is, so they're gonna speed stuff up, but is this kind of potentially endangering the pitcher to hitter kind of situation because they have to go fast to throw a really hard fast ball at these guys, so they might rush things a little bit. You might see a lot of wild pitches happen.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
100%,
So
bro.
you're
That's
rushing.
very true.
That's inevitable.
You're rushing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and these guys aren't hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things you can do in professional sports.
No, people
it's-
don't understand how hard it actually is to
insane.
hit a 98 miles per hour ball coming at you.
Yeah.
And still hit a homer.
Right.
Are you kidding? I watched that. I watched people in the game do that, and I'm like, that's some hard shit to do.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna make it more hard.
Yeah,
By
they
making you
are.
got to rush him.
Well,
The batter has to rush, and the pitcher has to rush.
Well, the issue is that a lot of them are not gonna. They're gonna totally like fuck up.
Just take the strike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like they're gonna. It's so baseball's a metrics game, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Like even the players will tell you that. That's why a lot of players get really upset with the game of baseball because it's such a metric game, right?
Yeah.
Like it's such a. They're gonna play it by the metrics. So they're gonna be like, okay, who's the fastest hitter on our team?
Yep.
Who's the 5 fastest hitters? Who's the one that gets prepared quicker, right? Who's the one that has a quicker swing?
Yeah.
Who's if this one is going to be hitting, if this one's going to be throwing a 90 miles per hour pitch, and but he's a slow starter, who's the one prepared at the base before he's prepared to throw?
Right.
They're going to be getting into the mind
what a
like that.
different. What a change is gonna. It's a change. Yeah. It's crazy. Baseball, they're trying to go to younger generations. They haven't done this because the old heads.
I mean, I
Yeah,
was
but-
like,
but
like I was
that's
thinking on top of like I wasn't even thinking about the wild pitches, but the having the pitcher having to pitch the ball every 15 seconds, like that's gonna wear him out way quicker. Where they're not going to be able to go 7, 8,
Yeah.
9 innings. You know what I
Oh,
mean? They're
yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
wore out.
Yeah.
You know, and the one thing that doesn't confuse me, but it's like, wow, okay, is you can only have the two when you're trying to pick somebody off.
Oh, the
See,
you're checking them. But you're
Wait, what?
when like they if you would do it incorrectly, you would balk.
Oh,
When you're trying to keep them on first base.
yeah, when you're you know, when the players fuck, man. See, now everyone hates us.
Hi.
they hate me especially because I
It's-
still don't know. I'm like, what?
when they're
I
They
just
check
walked
'em.
into the shit. So
no
I'm
when
just
you
trying
when
to figure out
so
what-
when a pitcher is checking the first base, the guy on first base, so he doesn't the lead off when he's
So he
leading off the
doesn't
first
steal.
base, so he doesn't steal.
Yeah.
What is the terminology for that?
they only get 2 of them. So
Yeah, they only get
so you can only
two.
So
do it. You
they're-
can
so
only
they're
do it
limited?
twice.
During the game
Yeah, per
inning.
per pitch, right? So
pitch.
if the pitcher has 15 seconds to throw the ball, he can either throw it to the catcher or he can throw it to first base to try to get that player out,
To pick them off.
to pick him off. And once he does that twice, he's not allowed to pick that runner off anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah,
so now guaranteed that player is going to run. He's going to steal the base. You know what I
To
mean?
the
So that's
second
gonna get people the pitchers less on trying to catch the player out on first base, but also that leaves the opening where if they do try to pick them off twice, then the third time is going to be a definite steal.
You're gonna have
But
to do a
that's- but
lot
that's-
in
but that-
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot to do.
It's
in
a
15
lot to do in
because you have
15
to either
seconds.
try to pick
So-
the guy off or throw the ball home, but like you have to do it fast enough. The guy at the
Well,
home has to be.
it seems
everything has to work.
it seems like everything is in positives for the base runner. It feels like everything's in positives for like almost hysteria inside
For the base
the
runner.
infield because that base run they want more steals, right? Like Andrew was saying,
I'm starting to.
and
yeah, I'm
the
starting to
past
get it.
couple of years it's been home runs or strikeouts. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the way the major league's going. So if we
Yeah.
can get more steals, that's when the crowd cheers. Like they
Well,
probably
it's-
did all the
it's-
diagnostics and
It's,
said,
it's,
when,
it's more.
How
it's-
do we get
it's-
more base runners?
It's more action. You know, what I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot more animosity going on when you see them trying to stop a steal.
yeah,
for sure.
Like there's just a lot of more action going on at that point.
Eyes
so,
watch when they're on base. When guys
Yeah.
are on base, I
Yeah.
feel like more eyes are watching. If there's no one on base, people go get a hot dog.
So
like
no,
for real.
no,
Right.
facts.
yeah,
facts.
they do. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you
I-
know,
I
if
just-
no one's on base,
I
you
just
go to
said-
get the hot dog
just-
stand before
just-
someone gets on base.
Just 100%.
Coney.
I can literally walk away from my job because I know that this is gonna take a while.
Like,
And
right.
I'm like, yeah, I could probably go smoke a fucking goddamn blunt right now, because it's just gonna take a minute.
The Major League Baseball has to fix all that. Which is
So
a challenge.
so with
Yeah.
that being said, though, these new rules that they've set upon it, I know a lot of us are also just like kind of like on the edge of it, like this might be messed up, but it might work out in their benefit over time.
It will.
yeah.
Because
Once the players get used to it, like obviously you don't want to see a team lose.
no, not at all.
because of the 15-second rule, right?
Which
But
they already have.
which
Yeah.
which has already happened, yeah,
on both sides,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the pitcher and
Yeah.
the batter.
yeah.
But those are things you're just gonna have to get used to, man.
Well, it's interesting because the Reds haven't got caught up yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's interesting. Like their practice season is like going really well. Like they
yeah.
was 7-1 last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know no one's gonna be paying attention to them yet, but like
Right.
if they do good in their practice season, that leaves a lot of hope for our regular season.
Yeah.
And then when their regular season pops off and they continue that streak, like there's a lot of hope there, man. I mean, we have some really good players, and it's despite and if you decide to come on my page,
You
the
said
owner,
7-1, right?
the owner of the Reds, if you decide to come on my page and get mad at me for saying this, then I'm one problem out of many. One problem out of many when it comes to Cincinnati, because Cincinnati is absolutely pissed off with you. But the owner,
Fair.
has been so shitty with the not only for the Reds players but for the fans and the community
Mhm.
that like if we have a streak going through, like the community will just be like all here for it.
Yes.
And like
Oh, for
he
sure.
could
Yes.
he could try to hop on that bandwagon, but he has already proven that he's not on the bandwagon regardless.
Right.
He literally has proven to like he literally has tried to push not only the fans away and the players, but
Mhm.
also the people, the community that invests in the Reds community.
Right.
We're talking about like your club buyers and
Yeah.
the people that like
Oh yeah, bro.
And-
They don't want to hear him saying, where you guys gonna like don't talk all this. Like we can take the team away.
that's what he said last year.
Yeah.
You want to know what he said this year?
What's that?
This year he had like the little like gathering, their club gathering and stuff, and he literally showed them the fuck, what is the term? It's the term where he was basically showing the 14 teams. It's a certain term. It's like a one word that basically states like the loss of a company and what it's going through, right? And he basically showed the 14 teams that are going to be going through this evaluation of like a bad season.
Okay.
And he was basically stating, this is where we are, this is what we're going through, this is inevitable.
the bottom 14 of the league.
He's saying that the Reds are going to do a shitty job this year. He basically said we're always going to do a shitty job.
We're rebuilding, bro.
Yeah, we're rebuild every single year.
But
As soon as contracts
that's
come,
not
they-
what he was stating
they
though. He
move.
was
All right.
basically stating we are.
He didn't
We-
say rebuilding.
Yeah, he said we
He
are
told
going.
you where they were going.
He said we are going to be shit.
Yeah.
Regardless, there
Not
was
surprised,
nothing
yeah.
about rebuilding, and like
Right.
now the podcast that you have out there that talk about it, and the networking system, they're talking about we're in a rebuilding system, and our rebuilding system is actually really nice. Like we're doing really good as far as rebuilding, but as far as like him, man, that man has no hope in his own industry, bro, and he's making billions of dollars off us losing still. So
Yeah,
It's-
It,
this
does,
is
it
kinda
doesn't make
crazy,
any
yo.
sense to me, bro. Like and after us going to the Super Bowl last year with the Bengals, like the city was on fire, bro. Like all you had to do is
The
just
was way different from the Reds, though.
well, but the fans were on fire, bro. Like all you had to do is just if you're from Cincinnati, you're a fan of both teams, like pretty much. But after the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, like all you had to do is just be like, we're gonna have a great season, man. The city's on fire. I can't wait to bring that type of energy to these Reds games. Instead, he goes, "What are you guys gonna do? I'll pull the team. I'll move the team to another city." And so that's why everyone was like, "Sell the team, bro. Like get out of our face. We don't want to talk to you." Like, he said that in a literal interview, bro. Which is
he
I
said
was dumbfounded.
he said that
I don't
he,
feel like the
he
fans
said that out loud
yeah.
on opening day, and he said that in an interview. And then he said,
It was on opening day, wasn't it? Or
"Yeah, it was.
before
It
opening
was.
day?
It was in front of everybody."
Oh, yeah.
And then he decided to say, "It's like he's playing this game." Then he decided to say this stuff this year to the people who invest in the company. We're talking about fans that invest in the company. That
Right.
if the Leonards and the Carlisles, right here in Cincinnati, decided to invest in it, he's talking to them.
Right.
It's like,
He's
dude,
like, "Hey, sorry, your money's not gonna be too good in the next couple years."
it's like, what the fuck, bro?
right.
Yeah.
And like, so like I recently just befriend, like I really just became friends with Jonathan India. I
He's
seen-
fire, bro. He's super dope.
He's actually a really like down to earth. He's actually a really outgoing dude. So a lot of sports players are very like in their like space, which I mean, granted, you have to be when you're in the world like that. There's just a lot of attention going on. You got to stay focused. So a lot of Reds players are more. A lot of Reds players are a lot more. Baseball players are a lot more strict, and like don't give a fuck about the popularity and shit because it annoys them. Like key term annoy.
Did you
Okay.
see that-
Right.
did you see
Well,
that
shit,
tweet
they
that
also
Bob-
have to play 182 games instead of 16,
They-
right?
they-
Like their
I mean-
focus has to be there.
I mean, they play
Did
the
you see
longest
that
season.
tweet that
Yeah.
Votto made?
Oh yeah. He's funny.
Yeah.
Votto's
You know,
hilarious,
the
bro.
alien dude.
Y'all
So-
saw
so-
that tweet that Votto made?
So Votto's different though. Like Votto's like Jonathan India. Like they enjoy that energy from people. But like Jonathan India was even like he was even like,
Sorry,
bro.
bro.
he was even like they just don't know us like that. Like they come in the locker room and they act like they don't know half of our names, and they like demand us to play better. And it's like, dude, you're not even giving us like the capital to play better. Like not only you're not giving us the capital, you're not giving us
Give me a little bit of
like the drive or anything. And it's, you know, to hear that from a
Respect.
yeah, and just
good.
to hear that from a baseball player, you know what I mean, is like a famous baseball player, like a really popular one,
Right.
who like, and you see like how much he enjoys the people, how much he enjoys the game. Like I got to talk to him, see him enjoy the whole Bengals experience during the time. Like we exchanged numbers, like we chatted it up. Like he remembered me. He was like, bro, of course I know you, bro. You're the host, right? He's like, you're one of the hosts, and this, that, and the third.
That's fire that they actually watch the jumbotron too, man. That's cool.
So he remembers me from that, and then the Reds Fest. So
Oh, okay.
Reds Fest, I got to actually personally talk to them and interact with them and stuff, and that's when we started.
Okay.
That's when
Bro,
we started kicking. it.
I bet you Red Fest is incredible, man. Like I used to go
fucking
to
dope.
the Sox Fest when I was a kid. Like I grew up in Chicago, so like Bo Jackson, like when he played for the White Sox, like
Yeah.
Carlton Fisk, Ozzie Guillen, Jack McDowell, like those guys, like that's when I was going to Sox Fest. And like as a kid, bro, it's just like you're looking like they're everywhere. Like
Yeah.
all the players they're everywhere. They're just
Yeah.
walking around like it's like
Yeah.
holy cow, dude. Like as a kid, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my entire
Re-
life.
Reds Fest is dope, but I know when I was talking to Hunter Green and Jonathan India, they basically said that they want what Reds Fest does to be like a all-around like season thing. So like not like where we're going into a convention center and like hanging out with them, but they want to have that same experience at their stadium.
They
Right?
should.
And they don't get that experience because of how baseball is and naturally how the Reds faculty is right now.
Right.
So they were asking me. They were like telling me like, you know, like as a host, like, you know, maybe you can get something to happen. You
Yeah.
know that lit a fire on my
Oh, I
ass.
bet.
was like,
Oh, bro.
I was like, bro, you don't have to ask me twice, bro. You say less. Like, I got you.
Go over to the stadium and say, give me a vacant room. What room in here is your catch-all room? Like, what room do you have that has nothing but chairs and stools? I want to move it out, and I want to make like a little studio here.
Yeah.
You know, you can interview the guys right on the turf, bro. Like, and then you
Yeah.
can have your own little studio right there
Yeah.
inside the stadium.
Yeah.
So dope.
It'd be the host experience for pre, during, and post productions, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you talk to them off of the game, and like then maybe like in between innings or whatever, just to like, I don't know, like just give an experience to the fans, man. I feel like we need that, in baseball especially.
Baseball needs it the
Bro,
most, man.
especially in Cincinnati, man,
they-
because we've lost so much. We've lost the connection with the team, bro. Because every year they they drop the players that we love, except for Votto. He's still here.
Because he's
But
fucking
so
making bank.
so every year, like we've
They're
got
paying
we've got to
him, so-
fall in love with Jonathan Chia or Jonathan India.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like we got to
Yeah.
fall in love with somebody every year because they drop these players. They go to bigger markets. And so we've got to fall in love with the team all over again. So like you do something
Yeah.
like that in the stadium where you know you're getting to interact with these players before the whole season starts too. Like
Yeah.
you know that's a
shouldn't
move
it shouldn't
for sure.
it shouldn't feel like it shouldn't feel like the one and done system in college. You
It
shouldn't
shouldn't,
you
yeah.
shouldn't feel like these players are going to come and go in college. Like that's the way it goes as a UK fan. Like these guys are here 1 year, maybe two tops. Like it shouldn't feel like that in
Yeah.
baseball. These are some of these contracts for these pros are like 10 years. These guys are getting long contracts, and we got our best guys gone in 2 years. If he has a good year, we don't want to pay him, so let's move him up to New
Well-
York and let him go try to win a championship, like
Well,
the World
there-
Series. Like that's
then,
the thing.
Then there's also the thing where it's like, because you have to think about the difference between sports, right? Like basketball and football are so interactive on their own as far as like play wise, that like when they have those interactions with the post interviews and all that stuff, like you've seen so much action on the ground that like it almost speaks for itself, right? There's not a lot of action going on the field of baseball, right?
Yeah.
So you need those extra incentives to get involved with the community
Yeah.
than just like these regular community-based things and like these like every now and then interviews that we have with the Reds players, and you know what I mean, like you just need something more, you know, and something that's more of like fan the player or stadium the fans, and you know what I mean, instead of just like corporate to fans. Because that's literally what it is right now. It's from what I'm saying.
and
it's,
what-
it's a corporate fans. It's like, oh, the Reds community does all this stuff with these schools, and they have the players do this and that. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the fans?
Bro, like the Bengals, like they select the fan of the year every year, right? And then they highlight them. They
Yeah.
bring them down to host with you, like
Yeah.
you know, like those are things that,
Yeah.
that the Reds should be doing.
But the
'Cause
football
they're- I
has
mean, they're
tailgating, which the Reds should have tailgating. They should do the same spaces for Reds tailgating. There'll be-
The stadium is nothing but a tailgate.
yeah, we live in. I did see Bengal Jim came in.
Oh, I
believe, this
Today?
weekend. This weekend.
Did
oh,
he
he'll
really?
be here tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool, yeah.
I fucking
Yeah,
love
he's-
Bengal Jim.
yeah,
dude.
man.
That's my guy.
That's what got. As soon as you mentioned that, I thought of Bengal Jim.
no,
Okay,
Bengal
yeah.
Jim is my guy. That's
Fan of
that,
the year.
That's
Yeah.
actually when I
Met-
was talking to Jonathan India and
India,
exchanged
yeah, was
number.
at his Bengals.
It was. I think we were playing. It was the one. It had to be the one after. Had to be the one after what's his name got tackled and almost lost his life.
After Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, and it was a home game, so it was maybe it was the Ravens game because I remember going home. Was it that? Maybe it was. No, maybe it was the Hamlin game because I went home and didn't watch the game.
I remember seeing photos of you out there in the Bengals gym tailgate.
Was that the one where Hamlin got cracked?
I'm not. I can't remember which
that.
one it
I
was.
think that was the one where he got cracked because I didn't watch it at home.
Yeah.
I was like on Google just seeing what the score was and then
Yeah.
realized.
The game never completed.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. But either way though, like yeah, like Bengal. I was with Bengal Jim and like his VIP and talking
That's
to Jonathan India and his friends and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking love Bengal Jim.
Dude, he's incredible, man. He's actually his job is the reason why he's coming in tomorrow. I've got like my life's in shambles, bro. I've got like Progressive for my car insurance, then Kaylin's got Progressive separately for her insurance. Then I've got Liberty Mutual for this store. Then I've got State Farm for my house.
jeez.
Man.
I'm mad at Progressive right now.
And
But
so
that's-
I'm just like, bro, just bring them all. Like he's gonna come in tomorrow. We're
I
just
don't
gonna
even
knock
have
it
them.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna tie it all into
Put
one
them all.
tomorrow.
Yeah. So I go through State Farm.
And that's what
personally.
Bengal Jim
for-
does. So not only is he the number one fan of the Bengals, but he also does insurance. So if you want to tie all that
Yeah.
stuff together, if you've got a wife and your insurance is on separate stuff, Bengal Jim's the guy to do it, man.
Really,
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know he did that.
That's his day to day, bro. And he's good at it too, man. He's coming down here, so I don't even have to go to the office. We don't have to make a phone call. He's like, I was popping in the store, and we'll handle it. So
Bengal Jim is a good dude, man. He's I don't know how people perceive him, so like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like
I mean, you
I've never
gotta
heard-
love the dude, man. He just exudes like
He
you
is,
just
yeah.
want to hug him and love the guy, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
as
he's
long
a
as you're a
big-
Bengals fan, like you guys are gonna be best friends.
Right.
It's really all that matters, bro.
Right.
100%, bro.
Like it's that simple, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you a Bengals fan, he loves you.
He came into the store and he was walking around with he had somebody with him, but someone saw him and was like, that guy has some legit Bengals gear on. Is he important? And I was like, that's Bengal Jim, dude. Like
Bengal Jim.
that he is like he is the one to go to for the tailgating, everything,
Yeah.
like period. And like I saw his stuff, like his because his merch, of course, is top tier. You know, he's got the best stuff on, so they recognized how good of merch he had on. 'cause
Dude,
he looks like he
they probably
belongs on the field.
give him like a customized like Bengal Jim like shirt. Like,
Yeah.
Like I mean
They need to.
He you know he's he's like directly connected
Yes.
with the family. Like he
Yeah,
goes to those dinners when they're like rostering for new cats on the team.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
like that.
between
He's got
you and
the
I,
inside,
yeah,
alright.
like he has like cause my
That's cool.
my mentor Kick Lee helps him with all the shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Kick, bro. That's
Kick
tight.
Lee, that's my
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. So Kick Lee helps him with all of their stuff, but
That's cool.
yeah, like Kick Lee gives me like the scoop on some of that stuff, and yeah, man, like he's like in the room with like Katie Brown or whatever her name is,
Mike Brown's daughter.
Mike Brown's granddaughter and
Granddaughter,
daughter and
yeah.
stuff, and like they help run that shit. They're at the dinners. Bengal Jim goes to the dinners. Like they figure it all out. Like it's like holy shit,
Man,
Like,
that's to be a fly on the wall, bro.
Right, for
yeah,
sure.
seriously, like, and I mean, he carries himself well too. Like the whole thing, he knows what he's talking about. He knows, he speaks it, he walks it. Like he was a great guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
But he hosts all those tailgates, man. The biggest tailgates, Bengals,
as
yeah,
fuck.
period,
Bro,
man.
out of state tailgates is the crazy thing. Like when he goes to Nashville and he's like, he calls up some bar and he's like, "Hey, I'm a Bengals fan. can we rent this out? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna need like at least 500 people to show up. He's like, I'll bring you 4,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna bring in 4,000, and
Yeah.
we're gonna we're just gonna shut the place down. Like,
No.
do you mind being a Bengals bar for the day? They're like 4,000. Yeah, we'll be Bengals bar for the day. That's cool.
Verbatim. That's literally verbatim, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's great, and it's insane,
it's
dude.
so
but
nuts that you
but
just
he's
said
but
that.
he's built that. You know what I
He
mean?
has,
Like he's
yeah.
built that from. That's just like every day, bro. It's just like the podcast. Like people are like, I'm not gonna like nobody watches. It's just like you got to put the work in, bro. Like you got to get
Yeah.
get 154 podcasts in. Like we probably only have 2 viewers right now at 10:15, right? But
Yeah.
we're 154 podcasts
Yeah.
in. So when it does break, then they've got like literally. If you watch one podcast a week, there's 3 years worth of podcasts in there for you.
Straight up.
It's crazy how the people only want to pay attention to like the numbers instead of actually paying attention to the substance.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what
That's
I'm saying? And
That's-
it's
That was a
crazy, bro.
fire
Those are-
take right
that's-
there.
It's crazy.
That's
no,
a-
because
that-
that came
that's a
straight off
bar
the heart,
right
bro.
there,
That was
No,
a straight
seriously,
bar.
bro.
Hey.
It's a
Like,
mic
bro.
drop right there, bro.
Hey,
Bro, that
right,
shit just
no,
crazy,
no,
bro.
stop
I
it,
can't even,
stop
like-
it, stop it,
Hey man, look, man.
stop it.
Hey,
we got to
Right-
we got to
right-
reiterate it before we
right-
forget it.
Write that down.
That shit crazy.
Write
bro.
that down.
It's
What
real,
did
bro.
you say? Write that down.
It's crazy how people pay attention to the numbers instead of paying attention to the substance.
Write that
Yeah.
down. I'm
Oh, it's
serious,
already
right?
in my head.
Okay, well,
I'll
give
write it
that
down
to
when
me.
I get home.
Yeah.
Give that to me. I'm about to quote
I'm
you and be
writing
like,
that- I'm writing
shout
that
out
shit
to
down
my
when I
guy.
get home.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
a-
Yaman
that's
with
sick.
He's gonna
I see it,
cross,
bro.
he's gonna
I
have a
always
song
see
written
it.
tomorrow about
That's
it.
I
real,
always
bro.
see it.
That's real,
They
man.
do care about the numbers, man, and they don't watch
crazy,
the
bro.
content. They see there's maybe like 20 likes, so they scroll on, but you can't get
Yeah.
to 21 without that view. So like that's the thing is
It's
you have to
like-
recognize that people are putting the work in to get the views are just a byproduct. Just enjoy the content, but people are here worried about the likes. I see people on Instagram like that hide their likes. And I didn't really understand it at first, but now I'm kind of getting it. I'm kind of getting like just
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting it to a degree, like because the likes don't matter, just the content I'm putting out. Who cares what
Yeah.
what you're viewing?
You know what? I thought that I was tripping when I would see that shit. So they do hide their likes?
They do hide their likes. Yeah,
I'm totally
there's an
hiding-
option on Instagram.
Because I feel the same way. Because I'm like, because I look at my likes and I go, obviously, like in my mind, I go, should totally have more likes. Like people will look at this instantly if
Yeah.
it had more likes.
That's a lot
Right?
of things that
If
go
it said,
into it
if,
too, though,
even
bro.
if you had literally 600 people looking at your post, people are looking at that and they want to know why there's 600 people. Like, and it's just like intuitive, right?
yeah.
100%.
If it's 100, they're like, it's whatever, right?
It's
Some
his
of the
friends.
things be out of your
It's his
control,
friends
though.
looking at it.
Sometimes you know how the algorithm is.
I fucking hate the
Yeah,
algorithm.
you feel me?
I mean
So
that's
it's
I mean
like-
that's the reason why I push myself into different like areas of work was because
I real got a tidbit on the algorithm real quick.
yeah.
Hey, nah.
TikTok made a statement that says that they
Hey, get in front of the camera, bro. Get in front of the camera.
Yeah, get in the camera and talk your shit.
everything that gets seen, everything. It doesn't matter from day one when it became TikTok.
Yeah.
They control it. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how many videos you like. They made a statement and said, "Yeah, we do this. We
Yeah,
control
it's
what
it's
TikTok
called
does."
it's called throttling. Is that what they called it?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
they
really
called it
messed up.
throttling, where they pick and choose what videos will throttle and get put into the algorithm. So it's like, but Facebook does that too, though. So like when Zuckerberg was on Joe Rogan, like Joe kept asking him, how do I get my thing to go viral? How do I get to go viral? And Zuckerberg was like dancing around the question, and finally he was like, hearts and thank yous, like, or congratulations. Like if you're writing congratulations under the in your comment, then it's going to get put into another realm where other people are going to see it because they want to push positivity. So like you could probably post like a picture of a kitty like hanging from a tree, you know, and then put, you know, just put congratulations on here, and this thing's gonna get
I never
Is that
really-
why?
I never-
Is that why?
and
Is
Jay,
that why
I ne-
Post
hey, yo,
Malone
Jay.
has a congratulations? Is that why?
genius.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Walt
He-
Disney.
He got the inside
Frozen.
information. Posty, we want you to go huge. So congratulations, make that song. You're about to go viral.
I never really understood how many people like watching like videos of animals and shit.
They love
You know
animals.
what I'm
Cat
saying?
videos.
I didn't know that.
Cat videos are like
Oh my god.
one of the
I've
most
been-
searched
I
videos.
I was able to dive a little
all
bit deeper.
time.
You know, I went down a little rabbit hole.
How many? I mean, we go down the rabbit hole.
Not
a lot.
all the way, not
I
all
mean,
the way, but just a little
You
bit.
can find out some
Just a little
some
bit.
good stuff.
And I
Real
was
quick,
like, yo.
I'm a clock out of my my Instagram, but I want people to just to know again what we're doing Friday. So if we can just like preach that real quick.
Yeah.
For sure. For everyone tuning in on the podcast as well, this Friday we are doing a local collective. It's an art, music, fashion show. So we'll have a graffiti artist, Quasar from Indianapolis. He's one of the dopest underground graffiti artists out there.
Yep.
He's going to do some live art, and he'll have some stuff for sale. We'll have some of the best clothing lines in the city there as well, tied into the best music in the city. So we'll be doing a fashion show / music series on stage. So each brand will get 15 minutes on stage with an artist. So Deuces will have 2 songs. Yaman will have 2 songs. It's $10 per person to get in. Doors open at 6. And I think we might do a special at our booth to offset the cost. So if you want to buy something at the booth, we'll take $5 off. If you show your card, we'll mark it off or something and give you $5 off, so we can save a little money for you that way. But it's this Friday, 6 p.m. at Madison Live. That's in Covington, Kentucky. It's going to be some of the dopest brands, some of the good music that we've been putting out. And it's new music, too, from both you guys, bro, which is super fire. And we got Trey Garrett on there as well. So Trey G is going to be in there with some new music. He's coming in hot, bro.
Dude, he is coming in hot. He
Yeah,
is.
it's going to be dope.
His
This is gonna be a
podcast
good
last week
time.
was super fire, bro.
Yeah.
What's his slogan? He said, "Let's rap."
Let's rap. Yeah.
Let's rap.
I like
Yeah.
that. Let's rap.
Oh, let's rap.
Have you met Trey?
No.
It's
cool.
gonna.
He cool.
But I'm
dude,
down
man.
to meet him.
Yeah,
His-
he's
his
incredible,
family,
bro. It's
his
gonna
family
be.
and the lowrider.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
my
know what
boy,
I'm saying?
my boy, my
I
boy
think he's
Gravel.
dope.
Hey, Gravel, are you gonna be at the event
Gravel-
on Friday?
Gravel should be hosting it, bro. I love Gravel.
should be hosting it.
Gravel, I still got a VIP card for you, bro. I appreciate you. Like, he came into the original store back when I made those orange zip up the bomber jacket.
Yeah.
And he was one of them that bought one of the 12. He bought it that day that I dropped him.
Okay.
Forever grateful, bro. Those jackets are so hard to get now. I get people coming in all the time trying to buy mine off my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I only made 12 of them like in like
Bad, boy.
2018 or something. It was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So that jacket's gonna be worth something, bro. Hang on to
Hang
it.
on to it. Homie.
Sell it down the road for $300-400, man. It'll happen for sure.
You heard it from the man himself, boy.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
all right, man. I think it's gonna be a good time to wrap up the podcast in
Yes,
general,
sir.
man. It's 10:22. We had a good run here.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to be a part of it this Friday, March 3rd, it's going to be at Madison Live in Covington. 6 p.m. is when the doors open. If you need tickets, come on down here to Native. We've got some in stock. Deuces, Yaman, Tyrell, and AI, they've all got tickets as well. So if you want to contact one of those guys, they can get the ticket for you. It's going to be a good time. This
definitely
isn't
selling
about a
tickets,
money
my
grab.
guys.
This is about showing you guys some local talent, and there's going to be booths available so you can buy clothes from these other vendors as well. So I appreciate you guys for checking in. Liquid Death, Duffified, and One Heart Medical. I love you guys. Appreciate you for being a part of the podcast. Till next time, it's your boy Jay Banks with the entire tribe. We're out of here.
Yeah,
Later.
man.
Later.
Hey,
Bye.
hey, have a good night.
With the new
Peace
shot.
out.
Look at that
Hey.
new shot.
Hey, tap in.
Looking fresh. Appreciate y'all tuned in for another episode of the Powwow. Tune in next time. Later.
You're not gonna do it? We're out.
Bye.
Bye. There it is. That's what it is.